Welcome to another episode of The Bastard Sermon. This is one of your three hosts, Cody Hucker,
Patrick Seta,
and Luke Young.
And today we have on Trent Quirk and Timmy Butch. What's up? Woohoo!
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Thanks for coming on today. That was the weakest handshake, or the weakest fucking clap that we've had in the existence of the show. What happened there? Come on, bring it up, boys. They deserve love and respect. All right. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, we just want to give you a warm welcome, you know?
All right, Luke, it's getting
Shut the
obnoxious
fuck
now.
up!
Jesus Christ.
So big news where the studio is moving soon. In 2 months, we're going to be having a new location. Not like you listeners are really going to notice that much of a difference unless there's somewhat of a... Yeah, I guess when you're watching. So I got a house. Woohoo! But I wanted to talk about, like, how stressful this shit is. Have you ever heard, like, how much work it is to put into getting a house?
Yeah.
You got to go to the fucking bank. You got to go and get all this paperwork. You have to go and dig deep for your old jobs to get other W-2s and shit like that and tax forms. And you got to pay money to get your taxes back. And then you constantly got to go back and forth.
Don't you wish school taught you how to do that?
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would have been super.
They had a class on any of that shit the entire time, but nope. Instead, I learned geometry. And I've used it every day in my numerous jobs working retail and cooking and working in a hotel. I was always breaking out the protractor when I was cleaning up shit on the stairwell.
You gotta know the perimeter and the area of your retail place.
Those TI-83s, thank God I learned how to graph dicks on those all day long, or else how would I be able to cook professionally?
So anyways, it's like a total fucking nightmare sometimes, like stress in your mental capacity to fucking get a house. Because you also have to look for the house. And right now, it's like a seller's market. If you guys don't know what that is, that means that there's not a lot of houses and a lot of buyers out there. And people can kind of pay whatever, like pay a high price for smaller homes. I got a burp, but it's not coming up.
Just throw up on the mic.
Force it till you barf.
Yeah, don't be a bitch. Come on, this is the Bastard Sermon.
It'll come out. But anyways, so we saw like 10 different homes because if you see a house, you got to make the offer the same fucking day, which is so fucked up. Like this is one of the biggest financial decisions of your life, if not the biggest. And you have like that day to decide if you want that home. That's fucked
crazy.
up. It is fucked up. And then you got to pay for like, I have some guy that's like going and inspecting the house. It's gonna be like $500. It's fucking ridiculous. And that's to tell if the house is even worth it with the structure and everything else inside. It's kind of a fucking process.
How many houses did you end up going through that were just like complete pieces of dog? Like they look all right on the outside or like in all the pictures. Like there's good paint covering up the black mold and the fucking like where the electricity is just hanging out in the middle of the bathroom.
You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. There's some fucked up homes out there.
How many shitholes did you get inside?
There was like 2 or 3 that. Well, there was one shithole that was just it was weird as fuck.
Oh god.
It was really weird. It was one of the weirdest things.
Haunted. Period. Blood in the walkway.
So it felt like it was in a murderer's home. It felt like I was in some kind of murderer's house, like a murder house. So the pictures look really nice on there, and we meet our realtor when we get up there. I forgot. It might be over by Winton Road, I think, as well, or Mount Healthy. Doesn't matter. Shout out. But you go up there into the house, and immediately as we get there, we're like, this neighborhood shit. This house looks like shit. It's an instant no, but we're not going to drive out here for no reason. Let's go through it. So we go there, we walk up to the door, and we open the door, and it's like some ripped out of the 70s, but no maintenance on the house. There was like wallpaper like coming down off the walls, like there was like yellow stains in the ceiling and on the carpet and shit, and there was cameras throughout the whole fucking house. Like it was like old tube TVs, like watching your every move, and you just see it all, and you're just like, what the fuck? You go in the basement and
where are the TVs?
What?
No, wait.
Like up on like shelves and shit.
Wait, dude, and one of the realtors is like, yeah, and the previous owner converted the entire bedroom into a walk-in meat freezer, and you walk there's chains hanging, slabs of old meat that they never cleaned up before they showed it.
The basement looks more like a dungeon.
Does that calf? Does that have a shoe on it right there that's hanging? All right, I'm gonna see myself out.
He
Right?
hangs his shoes up here. That's what he does.
Was there a room specifically for the TVs?
No, they were in each room. Each room had a camera on it, had a TV next to it. That was
so
like
weird, dude.
it was really dude. It
All
felt
the-
weird as shit walking it, and just like us three, like us and the realtor, and we're all like, what the fuck?
There's like tunnels in all the walls.
So
and
we go in
fucking two-way mirrors in all the house in every fucking room of every house.
So fucking strange. So we go downstairs, and it's a murder basement, of course. There's one room with like wood walls, and then there's like a shitty cutout of a carpet that was like originally fresh and installed throughout the whole room, just on the middle. And we go in the other rooms, and that's where all these like tools and shit were hanging and stuff. It was really creepy.
And
it was really creepy. All of his like lawnmowers and shit, blades and stuff,
Chains
like, just,
and
like,
hooks
yard
hanging
work
from the
shit.
ceiling, and
just a lot of electrical wires and shit. But the weirdest thing I thought about the house, and the last part's going to confirm that this probably was a murder house, but we go up into the bathroom, and I think it was the only bathroom in the house.
And Pat was like, I killed a little girl in there. Confirms it was a murder house.
Yeah. So, there's 2 bathtubs in it, and it's so fucking strange. Like, the place looks like shit, guys. But it looked like a spa from Beverly Hills came in and put a fucking jacuzzi in this man's bathroom. There's a fucking jacuzzi in this man's bathroom with like the tile and shit from like the YMCA all around it, and it's like twice the size of a regular bathtub, jets and everything. It's so fucking weird.
That doesn't confirm it's a murder house. That
So when we
confirms that in the
left-
70s this man was balling out of control, Patrick. What are you?
This man
why
was
are you
out of
hating on his
control.
game, son?
Well, let me tell
He
you.
had cameras
that
everywhere,
sweet
and he has
purple
a
shag.
giant spa.
I mean,
Maybe he's having sex with a lot of people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's probably
Like,
getting fucking laid,
A
bro.
lot of people that don't want to be there.
So we walk outside and there's fucking blood on the driveway. Blood.
What?
I stepped in it. There was little
Hold on.
droplets of blood on the fucking driveway. That's why it might have been a murder house.
If you were having suspicions about this house ever being a murder house, the pool of blood that you stepped in on the way to get to the house
Oh, that's weird.
fucking confirmed
Hold on.
it,
Is that a
bud.
Wait
whole
a minute.
pothole filled with human blood? No, that's transmission
fridge.
fluid.
I thought the
Well,
fridge
we
was weird
dro-
at first, but now,
Me and Rachel pull up, we walk through the puddle of blood, and we're like, well, we drove all the way out here. We might as well go in.
A dude with a
thank
meat
fucking
cleaver in
God.
his hand wants to show you the house. He's got one good eye, and it's all big and crazy, like Uncle Ruckus.
some fucked up shit. I mean, there was other. I mean, that was definitely the weirdest house I've ever walked through. I wish words could describe it. I think I have a picture of the jacuzzi, actually.
Luke,
Yeah,
why are you
he
losing
showed
your
me this
marbles?
Because he thinks someone got murdered because he's a sick fuck.
Because he's like, because he just walks through this pool of blood.
He keeps looking at the house. Like, that would have been my first sign that
That's
I gotta
what
get
the
the
jacuzzi.
fuck out of here.
Like, I would have never
So,
in my life
this
imagined
picture-
to go in. I would have looked
Let me see
around
that
for
shit.
someone like bleeding or running away.
Dude, we left it fast as fuck.
That was
But-
fine. What is you showing me?
the
Just
picture,
a house.
The picture doesn't do it justice. No, there's a bathtub on the other side that's like twice as small as this. This thing takes up like a whole. It takes up like a whole bathroom itself. It's like
Looking-
It's crazy. It takes up half the fucking room.
Looking
It's
at that
gigantic. It's
bathroom-
bigger than this table.
Looking at that bathroom, I can only assume that the rest of the house is better than
What?
that. I mean, the bathroom didn't look that bad.
No, that was in a certain angle. But trust me, I was there. It was fucked up.
But let's get to the entire point, which is you did get a new home.
Yeah, I
and
did get a
that's
new
gonna
fucking home.
relate to a way better studio for us and fucking be able to like mount cameras up and have multi shots and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can actually put shit on the walls.
And you don't have downstairs neighbors, and you don't have neighbors that are right next to you and shit. You don't really
Well,
have to
hold
worry.
on. There is a neighbor next to us after we signed the paperwork that had like 6 fucking big ass dogs, and they were all out eating like each other's shit like the whole time. It was so distracting when I was doing the fucking
They were
paperwork.
just lapping up piles of their own feces.
Yeah, well, they were like, it's weird, dude. They were like big fucking dogs, like bigger than the dog that I got now, and they're outside like just sitting around. This fucking lady, I guess she lives alone. We're getting a privacy fence as soon as we move in because that's just gonna be a fucking nightmare to deal with.
Yeah.
But they were shitting on the fucking concrete back patio of hers, and they were just like eating. They were like hyenas around the shit, eating it all. Why do dogs eat their shit? What is to gain? Why are you doing it? Why are you feeding frenzy? It was crazy. They were licking the
why
shit.
dogs-
It was just like
May-
shit.
Maybe the
dessert
dogs
town.
are. Maybe they're hungry. Maybe this fucking
Exactly,
lady
the
isn't
dog-
I
feeding
guess that's
them.
true.
Yeah.
They're not being fed
You
Can
said
you
it's this-
Google that? Why do dogs eat their shit?
because they're not being fed.
That can't be the whole reason.
Watch it.
Eat
Watch it
their own
say
body.
exactly that.
Why do dogs eat poop? The American Kennel Club. And if it would load faster, we'd have an answer. So me talking right now.
hopefully that would change too.
Dead
Hey,
air
it's
filler.
.org. You can't trust it, bro.
Of all the repulsive habits our canine companions have, and the page just reloaded, son of a bitch. Drinking from the toilet, rolling in swamp muck, licking their butts, nothing tops the disgusting practice of eating poop. We get it. Just tell us why. Like, you got to do a whole fucking, like, thesis before you tell me why. There's a scientific name for this habit, coprophagia. Coprophagia. And they gave the pronunciation, Pat. If you can't say it, you're fucking up. And also both behavioral and psychological reasons why some dogs view dung as a delicacy. If you have a poop eater, don't despair. There are ways to discourage the habit. They're still not really
It doesn't
explaining
give-
why.
Yeah, I
What
want to
the
know.
hell?
They're just giving
why.
you run around shit until they make you read the whole fucking article that's 9 pages wrong. We need to vet our
Oh, there
shit
it is.
first.
It's right here.
Parasites. Diets deficient in nutrients and calories. That's what we were saying. Malabsorption syndromes, whatever the fuck that is. diabetes, drugs,
Cushing's, thyroid.
isolation,
Okay, I guess
restrictive confinement.
guess
There's a lot of
evolution
reasons.
gave him a lot of
All
ways
of
to
those
protect
dogs have
themselves.
something terribly wrong with them.
Yeah,
Right.
they got some parasites or some shit.
Right.
What the fuck? Hey, Trent, speaking of animals, there was a story I wanted to fucking ask you about.
Okay.
You said a spider bit your dick once.
What?
Yeah.
You watched it bite your wiener?
Dude, it was awkward. Like
That's
I
a
looked it
nightmare.
right in the eyes.
What happened?
And like
give
it
us
just
a...
looked at me and its fangs came out and just I'm just fucking with you.
What
No,
happened?
No, so I was sleeping at my buddy's and this was I was like, fuck, I must have been like 12 years old and we're in his basement and his basement wasn't really finished. So we're sitting there and like, you know, we were like, let's just sleep down here. Well, the next morning I have like a fucking like pus-filled like nasty shit on my like
On your dick. I got some shit on my dick,
like,
bro.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm like, man, it kind of hurts down there. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I just fucking see this giant thing. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm
You
like,
got bit by a brown recluse on your dick?
dude, it was bad.
What are you
Herpally-
talking
It
about?
was bad.
I would be in fucking terror that I was going to lose my dick the whole time. I was like, I'm going to the hospital right now. I'm about to lose
Is
my
that
dick.
really what was it? What bit you?
Yeah, because I
Brown
looked
recluse?
shit up and I was like, no, it wasn't. I don't know what it was because
Oh, okay.
I never got to see it. But yeah, it was terrifying. So ever since then, I've been just
Terrifying
yeah.
isn't a word strong enough to describe that moment. If it happened to me, a spider bites my dick while I'm
Yeah.
sleeping. Like, it's the worst possible case of events. And I wake up with a big giant, is your dick okay, my friend? Is everything
No,
fine
it's
now?
still recouping.
You have to get any, like...
Got boils.
14 years later, it's
You have to
still
get, like, a
not the
corpse's
same.
dick skin re-sewed back onto
Yeah.
your dick skin where the...
It just kind of
Take it from
shrank.
his ass, you idiot.
It's just shrank like no other. Like it's almost inside of me at this point.
They
It's
do
bad.
corpse tissue
Are you
replacement.
serious? You're fucking lying, right?
Yes, I'm lying.
Dude,
No,
I would not
everything's
think
fine.
it's a fucking spider
Ev-
bite or some shit. I'd be like, I need to go to the fucking doctor, like, right now.
Wait, did you think he was serious for a minute? Like, yeah, I could come out of the side of my dick right now, too. It's pretty cool.
No, it was bad though. It hurt for a while and it was disgusting. And it was like, it was one of those things where it's like, it feels like you want to like squeeze it because it's like you just see it's
Like while you're
It looks
masturbating?
kind of like a zit, you know what I mean? But it's very big and nasty. And it's
Right.
like you just kind of want to get that out because it's like it looks gross and it's dude. It was oh my god, it hurts so bad. Like,
Did you masturbate? Like, when
And
you
you...
had it?
No, not at
You didn't
all.
even try?
Don't lie.
No, I
Wait,
was.
You
too
didn't even
scared.
try. You're like,
No.
oh, I think I can get around
No,
this.
I was too scared.
Dude, how big of a boil are we talking? Like a dime-sized boil on your cock? Like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, maybe a dime size. Yeah.
Dime size.
That's fucking gigantic.
I would be
Did
you
scared
go to the hospital?
for my dick's
No,
health.
No.
Why not?
I just
Where you're like, it could be STD. It could
no.
be.
I think if I
a
remember
spider
right,
bite.
I mean it was a while ago, but I think I like asked my dad. I was like, dude, I need you to like look at something because I think this is like.
I got some shit on my dick, Dad.
Almost had it.
Dad, I got
Yeah,
some
I'm
shit
pretty
on my
sure.
dick.
I'm pretty sure that was the thing. I don't know. All I remember is it was a long process.
No, like I think I
Hey,
would have
Dad,
taken the same.
I gotta show you my wiener real quick.
I probably would have taken the same steps though, because when it comes to like health, if it doesn't kill me, then I'm not getting it checked out. Like if it doesn't knock me out or have someone or cause someone to call 911 for me, I'm probably not gonna get.
Yeah, and I
hospital to
looked
get
up
checked
stuff,
out.
and I wasn't sick. You know, there's a lot of symptoms that
There's
happen
just
if it's
pus
poisonous.
coming out of
Yeah.
your dick.
It's just it was just gross.
A dime-sized welt with pus coming out of it on my dick.
I guess you're right. I mean, it changes the level of it when it comes to your dick. Because
Yeah.
normally, you could just give me shitty pseudo medical fucking whatever talking out of your ass and WebMD, and I could be having actual catastrophic like organ failure on the couch, like eyes turning yellow. I'd be going into seizures every 4 minutes, and you give me some shitty advice. Nah, I looked it up on the internet. You're just hungover, dude. Oh, okay.
It's
blood.
funny you
Just
say.
blood I cough up on myself. Like
It's funny you say yellow eyes because jaundice is a definite possibility for you in your future.
Thanks, Luke. I appreciate you wishing that.
Cody's
on
an
me.
alcoholic.
I'm not that much of
He's
an
a fucking
alcoholic.
alcoholic.
Is this a goddamn meeting?
Yeah.
I come to this podcast every week.
You're with friends, Cody.
I make sure the shit comes out. I show up to work early. I get shit done. I'm busting my balls. I'm functionally alcoholic. It's
We're
fine.
actually
It's not like
therapists. That's why they hired us. That's why
it's
we're
not
here.
degenerate shit in my pants and not going to work and living off the government alcoholism. I'm getting stuff done. I mean, fuck, I edit this thing and put it out every week. If we ever fucked up a podcast, I know messed up on
Wait.
the spelling a couple times. Not alcoholic
Wait, didn't you
looking
just...
Luke.
Okay, Cody... Okay, just for the record, in Luke's defense, Cody just posted a fucking video on our YouTube page.
Don't tell the internet so that we can get it taken down, retard. What are you doing?
It'll be edited by then.
It'll be edited.
Yeah,
It'll
right,
be-
because you have to do that, right? He put porn on fucking YouTube.
No, I
gay
did-
porn
Don't
on YouTube.
say that.
I said it.
That's not what I did. All right.
Did.
Allegedly.
Brian, you can see Brian Silva fucking swallowing a log.
Let me get a
Brian
political
Silva,
voice.
gratata, porn star, guys. Did you
No,
guess
no,
it?
no.
I didn't.
Ratata guy was getting his log swallowed, Luke. All right, let's not get the facts of the gay
whatever.
porn that we were watching misconstrued. All right, buddy. Here's what happened. As
Yeah, what happened, Cody?
Well, let me get my tie out.
Break it down.
Closet real quick.
Wiping sweat off his forehead.
Yeah, is it getting hot in here to anyone else? Can we open that window? No, the highway's right there. All right, so what had happened was there happened to be gay porn playing in the background of the podcast. Now, I thought that I was on a different tab, and I wasn't. I planned on blurring
That
it
sounds
out.
like some Alex Jones
No, I
shit.
didn't. Yep.
When he was caught with transvestite porn or whatever.
Well, I've been searching transvestite porn articles for months now because there's a anti-government conspiracy going on in the back pages
aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of was an Alex Jones explanation. I don't know, but it'll be edited out. I'm sorry
Oh
if
my
I put
god,
gay porn
Alex
in there.
Jones, Jesus, dude.
Dude,
I really
he's
wish
fucking
they would have
nuts.
talked about the transvestite
He's
stuff
so
on
bad.
Joe Rogan's episode. That was
Dude,
comical.
That would have been fun. Have you guys listened to that?
His excuse
I
for
can't
it was
listen to the whole
comical.
thing, dude.
It's
I
4
can't do it.
hours. It is really long.
It's not even that. I hate when there's podcasts where people talk over themselves. And
Like us?
No, you guys haven't really done. And
It's us.
It's us.
He's really bad though. Like Alex Jones, like talked over like
Well, he interrupts.
what's the one guy's Ed
like I
Bravo? Is that the other guy? He talked over him the entire time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It happens. I mean, Rogan tries to call it out, but those dudes just get fucking squirrely with their like,
Yeah.
oh shit, no, I got some different conspiracy shit, and it's a little different than yours, and they're throwing back and forth shitty articles that they read on the internet that they don't even know where they got it at this point, and then they start interrupting each other. And Rogan tries to curtail that, but yeah, a lot of times they just talk over each other constantly.
I feel like a lot of conspiracy theorists are like that. They just talk over everybody. I mean, that's how their points get across, right? I mean, wasn't like the same thing with like Robert? Wasn't he just like constantly talking over all of us? We had like a flat or round earth denier on the show once.
We were drinking moonshine
he
like
was-
animals.
Yeah, true. We were drinking a lot.
He knew how to backpedal like a master because he would say his point that was very, very wrong, obviously, and then we would come back with a counterpoint, and then he would agree to a degree, and then he would drop it and move on to the next subject.
Yeah,
It's always interesting. Do you guys believe in any conspiracies? Don't lie to me, Timmy.
Do what? Don't lie to you?
Don't lie to me.
Yeah, dude, I totally do.
Like what?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Like what?
Like
If it,
9/11, dude.
are you serious right
I
now?
totally think so.
Okay. What makes you think that?
It just makes sense when you think about like the repercussions of like doing that,
Yeah.
of them like blaming another country to, I don't know. I think it's like oil shit, you know.
I mean, it could be. I don't
I
know.
totally think it is.
You know
I-
what? Oh, go on.
I
What were
think
you
it
gonna
was what I think it was interdimensional child molestation that popped out of a different dimension and started getting in George Bush's ears and talking his fucking crazy lingo into him. I
Could
think
be that too, though.
Yeah,
What about you?
it sounds like they don't go balls deep into the conspiracy world.
It's cool.
If I
have a
had to
weird
guess, I would say that they're not conspiracy guys.
I have a weird one, but
Not too
I don't. I
much.
wouldn't say that like I for sure believe it. I definitely think it's something like, I guess it is. It's weird. But I told it once in the podcast. But it was like how you ever go to Mattress Firm?
They're like, no, I can't say that I do.
You ever go to You ever go to a mattress store,
I
guys?
can't say
No, dude.
Well, when you go,
They're
there's
everywhere.
they're everywhere, and there's like no one in them ever. There's no one ever in there buying a fucking mattress. And when you buy a mattress, when was the last time you bought a fucking mattress? You probably can't remember when you bought a
Hell
fucking
no.
mattress.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I bought one my whole life.
Yeah, right, dude.
My whole life, I only bought one. And I'm thinking, like, there can't be that much business around where there's, like, 3 fucking mattress firms within, like, a quarter of a mile of a street.
Let
That
it
is
be
totally
known
fucking
right
true, though.
now that Patrick Seta is the new Jerry Seinfeld.
No Jerry Seinfeld?
You ever notice that there's a lot of
he like
mattress
dismissive?
stores? I
What's
noticed
the
that
deal?
once.
What is
What's the
them?
deal with mattress
What's the
stores?
deal?
Maybe
Well-
the Chinese are laundering money through them. Who knows?
So the theory is out there, and I never thought about this until I like read about it. And like I said, it's just weird. I don't really say I would believe it because I don't care enough to research into it, and I'm not an expert. But apparently, like
That's what everyone says when they have some full of shit information they want to present.
Because
to
it
you.
could be. It's probably full of shit. It's just interesting. It's just one that I find interesting. So, like, since there's all these mattress stores and whatnot, there is like a huge money laundering conspiracy about it all, that they just use it for just a front, and like they're not making money. There's no way they're making profits enough to what they're saying to cover for the people's like salaries and whatnot. And I'm thinking that's just very interesting. I mean, you don't buy mattresses that often. There is a fuck ton of these stores. I've been in a lot of them. I've never seen anyone else but me and the salesman there, ever. I'm not saying it's real, but I think that's interesting. It could be. And I'm pretty sure there's like some sort of investigation about it. There might be. But that might be something worth a Google, and just prove me wrong right now.
Well, yeah,
You don't
sure.
have to if
Let
you
me
don't want to.
Google search
But at
the
home,
mattress
you can.
conspiracy. Hold on.
That's what I'm
Mattress
saying,
firm.
dude. I just feel like it's something that just doesn't matter. It's like who
It doesn't.
would
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
like
Who would care?
even think of that theory? You know?
Look at that. There's
It's-
that fuck ton of
he
that
would.
news article.
That conspiracy is the sort of conspiracy that people that really take interdimensional vampire child molester seriously. Like, you know what? On top of the interdimensional vampire child molesters, there's definitely a mattress firm conspiracy money laundering firm going on out there.
Yeah.
Probably not, though.
I don't care.
But could be.
I just don't give a fuck about if the mattress
Right.
stores are laundering money. I'm like,
It's your
what-
mattresses, guys.
whatever.
You sleep on them.
I
That's
just
fine.
this is
They're
Hey, you
comfortable.
might
Sleeping
get
on dirty
money.
money.
There might
dirty
be
blood
money
money.
underneath your mattress then one day. You know what I
It's
mean?
blood mattresses.
That's fine.
Yeah.
People die. It'll happen.
the way that
Over
I
mattresses.
Yeah, why not?
the way that I start getting about any conspiracy is just like after you look up, just start reading the article, read another article. After one video on YouTube, I'm just like, I don't give that much of a fuck, and then on to whatever else I was doing anyways. Like, it just like conspiracy shit just kind of tires me out, and a lot of it probably is going on, but I just don't have the time to give a fuck about any of it. I just
Yeah.
don't.
It's all. There's a lot of stupid shit out there too.
For me, it's
Like,
probably
just think.
aliens.
You don't believe in aliens at all?
No, I do.
You do?
I think there's been shit.
Is that a conspiracy though?
I don't
No,
know if
it's
you
a
consider
fact.
that. I don't know
Well,
if you
that's-
consider
yeah,
that a
that's what I mean.
conspiracy.
But like UFOs, that could be different than what you would say.
yeah, I don't know
alien,
if there's
you know?
necessarily UFOs. I just think that the government's seen stuff that they're not leading on.
Like
'Cause
what?
They're not going to. I don't know. I
Like, have you
honestly-
seen a UFO?
No.
Have you?
No.
You sound like you might have.
I was convinced for a long time that I did though.
What happened?
I was just like driving. This is like 17 or something like that, 18 maybe. And I was like driving home, and me and my friend were in the car, and we saw like this, like light, you know.
Sorry, I gotta put that up closer.
Oh, my bad. Wait.
My bad, dude.
No, it's
I
cool.
Cut your story off.
No, it's cool, dude. Because we were like, we were driving in the car, and we saw like this flashing light in the sky, and it was like moving really fast, and we felt like it was following us because like we were heading to my house, and I live
weird.
like out like these farmlands kind of where it's a lot of turns every other way. So like it looked like it was like following us, but then it just kind of flew off. And I don't know. I totally believed it for a long time, but now the more I think about it, maybe it was just like a fucking helicopter flying over.
I mean, yeah,
and I
what's
just didn't
what's
hear
more
it.
logical?
Right.
Yeah. There was one time I thought I saw something, and I was convinced as I saw it. I was like, oh my God, I'm witnessing something fucking crazy. I was dating some girl in Dayton, and it was next to the Wright Patton Air Force Base. If you know what I'm talking about, you ever been there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can go up there and visit shit, and they like have like military operations and shit in the sky over there. But I remember we were sitting out back, and like you could see all the way out there, and it was kind of like sundown a little bit, so it was like orange skies, just to give you an idea of what I was looking at, and some clouds. But I remember there was like a shit ton of military copies just flying around. But I mean, it's the Wright Pat base. There's a shit ton of them over there. It could have been just an air show for all I know. But I remember like way off in the distance, like, you know, when you see like the comm trails, is that what they're called?
Chemtrails.
Not chem, but comm, like the actual trail. You know what I'm talking about.
You're talking about the chemtrails?
I don't think, no, chemtrails and contrails are different.
So, well, what they call chemtrails are just fucking, it's where
It's just the little clouds.
moisture,
Yeah.
moisture passes through the hot-ass jet engine and it creates a little cloud in the air, which is just basically what it is.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
like if you see one like way out in the distance, it just looks like a little swipe of white in the sky or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember I was looking out, and me, the girlfriend I was dating at the time, and her parents were outside, and we're like, "What is that?" And we got the binoculars out, and we're like following it, and it just looks like the cloud, you know, way, way far as fuck away. Like it looks like an inch long, like when, you know what I mean? It's just so small. But I saw it, and it's like, let's say it's flat, and it turned completely upside down, like it did a U-turn on top of itself. and I just was like, what the fuck was that? I don't think that was. It was probably like some sort of plane way far as fuck away, but it was definitely weird as shit where we all had to question ourselves.
Yeah.
It's be weird. I think it'd be crazy to see some of that shit. That would shake your fucking life.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%. Let's delve into our guests a little bit.
Yeah, we can
'cause
delve
haven't
into
really
it.
talked about why they're here at all.
Yeah.
Let's get into their lives just a touch.
So Trent and Timmy and I, we all know each other outside the podcast. But Timmy here, he does a lot of streaming. And Trent, he's just a real good old boy. And
What is that supposed to mean?
he's just a goody two shoes. And
Definitely not.
just giving him shit. But we all do a lot of stuff together outside of work. But Timmy, talk about your streaming a bit. Like, what is that like? What got you into that?
And plug your channel.
And plug it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Streaming is essentially, you know, for anyone that's not familiar with it, it's like just streaming video games on the internet for people to fucking watch. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I got into it because it started for me because I enjoy like competitive gaming. Like I like watching it, you know, like esports and stuff like that. Some people are like, that's not like a sport, but I just like watching the competition of gaming for some reason. And it was in Call of Duty. I like watching that a lot. And I watched Twitch for like 5 years, watching the channel, just following like the seasons of Call of Duty, and I thought it was really cool. And I started to see like the streamer, like the professional streaming outside of the competition, and I was like, oh, this is like a personal thing too, not just like an esports channel for games. So I thought that was really cool, so I started watching like individual streamers, and I played video games every night, you know, and would watch it competitively during the day. And I was like, I just want to play or I just want to try and stream too. Like, why not? I think that's really cool. So after watching it for 5 years, I was like, I want to try it. So then I started playing a lot of Call of Duty with it, but I don't really play it too much anymore. I like to play all kinds of games.
Game now.
Yeah.
Who plays that shit anymore?
I mean,
People.
a lot of my friends still
people,
do.
but-
It's the number one FPS title every year.
Somehow.
You know what I mean? Somehow it's the number one seller every year over, you know, when Battlefield does it and stuff. And I don't get it anymore, you know?
It's so bland now.
Yeah.
Like, even though they do Battle Royale, Luke fucking hates Battle Royale. I kind of like him. I don't think it's going anywhere, unfortunately.
It's fucking oversaturated.
It's not going away.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's not going away.
Dude,
Any
did you
game
see
you could
that
think of is
the
getting that
developers of Dark Souls are looking
Yeah.
into fucking making one?
Yeah.
they're
What the fuck? I don't understand how that would work.
They should fucking put a gun
So
in their mouth.
stupid.
That's
That's the
fucking
dumbest-
Yeah, that's fucking retarded.
It's supposed to be like known as one of the hardest games of all time, right?
Well, see, that's my argument against Dark Souls is that it's not really the hardest game of all time. It's just that there's uncontrollable shit in that game that you cannot help that will cause you to die every time. Like
That game's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
If 14-year-old me could rate what that game is. Like, I quit. I was like, I bought 3, and I ended up getting a Steam refund on my money within 6. Like, I played it under the time that you can play it on your computer and fucking still get your money back. Because I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll never
Over
get
it
it.
already.
because
Yeah.
I hate this.
there's
This
fucking
sucks.
aspects of that game that just don't make sense. Like there's the treasure chest that you can just pick it up or try to open it. It'll eat you until you're fucking dead. Like there's no chance of getting out and fighting against it. You open it, you're fucking dead. And then there's spots where you got to fall down a hole on purpose to advance, and then there's other holes you fall down and you fucking die. And there's
It is
messages from
really
users.
weird like that.
Yeah,
I've never played it.
There's messages from like users that'll leave like hints like, "Hey, do this or do that."
There'll be a cliff or something, and there'll be a fucking you could read a blood drop or
Yeah,
something. You
and-
read it and it says try jumping,
and then you jump and you're fucking dead.
and you have to start the fucking whole thing over, and
whole
then
game?
hopefully you have to start from the very beginning of the level,
So, like-
get all the way back to the point to where
Yeah.
you were at beforehand,
Right.
and then recollect your fucking souls that you've got, which is basically your currency to buy more skill
Experience.
points. And if you don't fucking get it back that time, if you die again,
gone.
then it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
Right.
so you
And
can
you
like
get
your
lose
inventory
fucking
too, right?
yeah,
everything.
All your inventories there.
you can grind hard for like 8 hours, die, forget ever how to get back there, or die before you
Like
get
you
back
fucking
there.
fall on a
and
cliff or some shit.
all 8 hours of that
It's so
gameplay
fucked.
is fucking gone.
Yeah, I can't play that.
See, it's
I'd
not
be done.
it's
I
not
would
a
be
hard
done.
game. It's a game of
crazy.
of trial and repeat. That's what it is. It's not a hard game. It's a game of trial and repeat.
If
I
we
can't
had
do that
Sean
shit.
here, though, he loves that game. He's like
I
in fucking
hate that.
love with that
I hate
game.
that game.
He
Sean,
loves
I
the
want you to
lore.
come on and talk to me about it, bud.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever we get Scumshot rolling, we should do that. But like I've debated him 1,000 times about it, just sitting around drinking beers and talking about it while I've watched him play it endlessly. I know what this game is. This isn't something I know that I said I just tried it a little bit, but Sean owns the game, and I hang out a lot at his house, or used to, and like seeing him play a fuckload of this game. I know what this game is about, and I'm just not for it. It's not my game. Like, fuck all that shit. I need something that's simple. Like, I've got too many pots rolling right now on the fucking stove. Like, I can't have too many pots going, otherwise everything's gonna boil over and get out of control. I can't get into a fucking video game. I need, yeah, exactly, Spyro. Jump into it, get out of it real quick, and then fucking jump back into it, and I can remember how to do it. Call of Duty's kind of like that. Like, you just know how to play Call of Duty.
That's how I felt about it, dude. I like to just sit there and just shoot bad guys, because that's all
mindlessly.
it is, dude. Mindlessly. Yeah. Like, you don't have to think about it. It's not like a battle royale, where you gotta.
Well, I think battle royales are kind of mindless. I mean, they require strategy, but I feel like they're kind of mindless. Like, I play Apex Legends, for example, which is a free game that just came out from the makers of Titanfall. If you've ever played that, but it's a lot of fun. You just go until you die. There's not really much progression besides that, except for getting a couple of levels to get more and more like shit. But then you gotta buy it or some shit.
Let me just say, you mentioned Titanfall. That's one of the most fantastic games that I've ever played.
Hey, check it out though. It's not even like Titanfall at all, though.
No Titans.
I'm not.
I was sad because
it's bad.
I was sad because, like, I think Apex Legends is fun, but I would way rather have Titanfall 3. Like, it's not even a question.
Titanfall 2 was a phenomenal online experience until they undersold the fuck out of it, or they released it at the same time that some other big giant of a fucking
that's
like
their
Battlefield
problem.
1 or something came out at the same time.
They just had the worst luck with launches, and I feel like Apex Legends is their first launch that was not around some crazy stuff, and I think that's the only reason why it's like the popular one. You know what I mean? Because it just got lucky launches.
But it doesn't compare like on the same level as Titanfall.
Titanfall 2 is actually the first game that I streamed on my channel.
Really?
Yeah,
it's a great fucking game. It's the last game that I can remember getting online and wanting to be competitive about, even while I had a bunch of shit going on in my life.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna make some time for this, and me and Sean would sit there and that fucking what's the chat called that you can do back and forth. We ended up doing it through Skype because the other one was too much of a pain in the dick to figure out. Discord was too much of a pain in the dick, and I was like, I don't have time to figure this shit out. Skype, and then boom, we're good to go. And we just play it on the same like squad together all the time. And this game is just fast paced. It's running on walls. It's fucking you're doing slide jumps and you fucking murk people, just kill them in the face and then shoot. You're doing all this like insane ninja like combined.
And then you get a giant fucking
parkour.
robot that can fall from the sky.
And then you just wreck shit with giant guns. It's like this is the most appealing fucking game to like.
It's
just
so
like
good.
I don't know. It's just so it's like real adrenaline when you play that game online. But then the online community fucking died off because Battlefield 1, and then now they're not even making.
It's just
another
terrible
one.
launches, man. That's all it is.
It sucks because that game's so good.
Tell them what you've been streaming now.
Yeah, what do you stream nowadays? You stream older games now, don't you?
Well, I recently got my GameCube working.
You should stream Toomba.
Toomba?
Was that like the power of the Jujus or whatever?
No, that was.
What is that?
That was Dak in the power of Juju.
I remember that fucking game.
Toomba was on PlayStation 1. There was Toomba and Toomba 2.
I don't remember that.
He had like pink hair. He spoke gibberish and he wore pink shorts.
I'll look this up.
I have to look it up, Cody.
It was an unreal side scroller.
Toomba, T-U-M-B-O?
T-O-M-B-A.
Toomba. Let's see this
Toomba.
shit. Oh, well, the keyboard. I blame the keyboard. It's probably my drunkenness. I had 2 beers.
Yeah, man,
Not
you're an
my
alcoholic. You
drunkenness.
should stream Toomba, dude. Yeah, that's it.
This is it right
Oh,
here.
I've seen this fucking picture before.
Yeah, this
Seen
game
the
is
picture,
rare.
but I've never played it.
Toomba 2 looks like more familiar to me.
This game
but I
is
don't
rare,
remember that.
bro. There's flowers that are butts, and when you jump on them, they fart, bro.
I had a demo for that game. I had a fucking demo for that.
Did y'all ever play Booger Man on the Sega Genesis?
I remember
I've heard
that
of it.
shit now.
Booger Man?
Dude, if you've never played Booger Man, it's this dude that, like, back in the day, it was fucking hilarious. The keyboard's fucking up, I swear to God. Booger Man was like it's nothing special as far as like side-scrolling platformers go, but it's just hilarious. Like his attack would he fling boogers at people, and then he'd take like there'd be a jalapeno pepper, and you go over it, and then he fucking has magical like fart powers. And as an 8-year-old kid watching this shit, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Didn't
Hold
the
on,
same
let me-
people that made like Earthworm Jim like fucking make that game or some shit? I swear to God that this
played
man,
that. No.
Booger
Looks
Man,
like
is
the
in
same art
Earthworm Jim.
designers, yeah.
My
To J. Mineral, too.
my
Wait,
best
it was
friend.
rated mature?
Yeah, MA13.
Boogers, dude.
My best friend had this game, and he like lived across the street from me. He's still my best friend now, but back when we were like fucking 5 and 6 years old,
He's collecting
he had
plungers
this
and
fucking
shit.
game, man.
This game was awesome.
Yeah,
So-
I remember that.
So you got your
Yeah.
GameCube working. What games are you playing?
Yeah,
on the
so the
GameCube
GameCube's
stream?
working. I had to buy like an HDMI adapter for it so that I could plug in like the AV cables, you know. And I was able to get it working. And I'm like, dude, I've got every single Zelda title for GameCube, even like the remakes, like all the Zelda titles that are on GameCube.
Wind
as well.
Waker, Twilight Princess.
Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and Majora's Mask. Like all, I have all of those now, and I was like, I'm just gonna play through all these fucking Zelda games that I have, and that's what I've been doing for like the past, like month or so.
I'm such a piece of shit that I have all those games on Dolphin Emulator, and I've never touched them ever. I don't know dick about Zelda at all.
Oh,
I've
dude.
just
They're good.
downloaded
They're
them.
fantastic.
It's my
need
favorite
to play
game
Zelda.
series.
I could sit there and play with a PS4 controller like comfortably and shit, like on the PC, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah.
Man, so
Yeah,
good.
you should. It's a lot of investment though.
I tried to play Ocarina of Time, but is that the one that you start off doing a lot of monotonous bullshit inside of a town? Is that Ocarina of Time?
No,
What's
that's
the-
Majora's Mask.
That's Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Or Twilight Prince, or I don't fucking know. Whichever one starts off where you have to go like fucking
You're in a
go
forest?
fishing for the cat or whatever the fuck and
Oh,
collect
Twilight
the,
Princess.
That's
collect
Twilight
the sheep.
Princess.
Yeah, that's the one that I was playing. I was like,
Oh. See, that game's really good, but that's a terrible one to play for your first one.
Yeah.
I think.
It's
Like,
Ocarina.
it definitely was because it.
Ocarina.
Ocarina is super easy to play.
Yeah.
I think that and Wind Waker are like the easiest first timers. But I love Twilight Princess, but I think that'd be a terrible first one
Yeah.
because it's really like mature kind of feeling compared to the rest of the titles and like darker. So you don't get like a full sense of like what Zelda really is because that title's pretty dark. But like,
Sorry about the radio, guys. Go on.
do what?
I said sorry about the radio.
No one
guys.
noticed
Keep
until
going.
you pointed it out.
Whoops.
It's just turned up on his mic.
Ah,
Anyways,
Keep rolling with the punches.
Ocarina.
It's all good. Keep going.
well, I think that it's just a way better game for your first one, not Twilight Princess. Like,
Yeah. I used to get so
I
much.
love that game though; it's so good, but not a first one. So I
Yeah,
think if
I-
you were to like try a different one,
I should definitely give it a shot, but
Yeah.
it's like what I was saying before. I just don't have time for video games, dude. Like,
Yeah.
got a lot of shit going on in my
Right.
life right now, so it's
I'm right
just
there
like,
with you, dude.
I wish that I could fucking do it though, because it used to be such a huge part of my life. I always felt like when I was a kid that I'll never be like my dad who still likes video games but doesn't have time for them. I'm like, oh, I always fucking have time for video games, and then you get old or older. No, I'm not old, but older.
Yeah, you are.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit older, and then you just have a couple responsibilities, and I'm like, I just don't like video games. Does not fit in this fucking like narrative right now. Like I've got too much other shit I gotta focus on.
Right.
Can't be sitting there killing people on Call of Duty, but.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
there's just
cool
more games
that
to
you-
play later.
But it's cool that you found a way to carve that out for yourself and like,
Yeah.
well, I will make this productive. I'll fucking stream over the top of that. What's
Yeah.
the name of that channel again?
what, Twitch?
Yeah, where you can get your stuff.
Oh, so twitch.tv/Timmy Beta is my channel. Yeah, it's twitch.tv. It's not like .com or anything like that. And it's just broadcasts people streaming games, man.
Is it like one specific game that you have to do? Because I used to know a streamer that was trying to get his shit up, but he would only play Fortnite because people would only tune into his channel to
Right.
watch
Fuck that
Fortnite,
game.
and he got a lot of traffic on his shit just by doing one game. Or
And
do you
then-
just switch it up however you want to do it?
Yeah, you can do it either way. Like there are some people that focus on like one game and one game only and try and get really fucking good at this one game. That's why battle royales are so popular right now. Because you can really grind one game and you can see like your progression of just getting better. So like a lot of people like to watch channels like that, but other people just like to watch, variety. Like other people want to stream just whatever they want to stream, and like if someone's going to come check out their channel, then they're coming and getting to know the person instead of like getting to know the gameplay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's
100%.
so
Two different
interesting
ways.
how it's like that. I mean, you can. It's like, why would you want to watch someone play a video game when you could play it yourself? Well, you get a little bit more out of it. You get commentary. You get to know a person, and like you get to laugh with them. It's like you're hanging out with them, kind of like a podcast in a way, except for you're just watching one person.
I like to
Right.
watch Lobos Jr. play Dark Souls and a bunch of old
Yeah.
like Mega Man 2. You'll try to speed around those and shit. But besides that, I like to type in just horror games. Like
I love horror game
like
walkthroughs.
Amnesia and
Outlast.
Outlast and Soma.
Right.
And then I'll try to watch like a random ass streamer just to see if it's the first or second time, just to
Yeah.
get the jump scares and It's great.
His like community is awesome too, because sometimes I'll jump in there and just kind of get on chat and just kind of message people, and like we mess with each other on there. Like his following is awesome. They're really nice, and they're always like, give each other shit, and they're just cool dudes.
It's pretty cool.
Like all of them are really rad.
Like you get to know someone by like just a name that you see on a screen. You know what I mean? But I feel like I know who that person is.
Yeah.
Because you just build like a relationship with these people that come back and watch, and they're talking to you just as much as they're watching the gameplay. You know what I mean? That's like more of like a variety kind of community sometimes.
That's pretty cool.
Tell him how that guy gave you money because you got a bunch of headshots or something like that. Do you remember what I'm talking about? You like had a bunch of kills. Sir. Sorry, you had like a bunch of kills.
I don't remember that.
I feel like
people send you money though, right?
Yeah,
you can get money. Yeah, there's a couple ways. Twitch provides a couple ways, but they also allow you to have like a donation button or like a tip button, which doesn't come through Twitch at all. It's like through PayPal. So like. You can like tip a streamer if you enjoy their content and you're just kind enough to do that. You know what I mean? Like
you can also subscribe for free with your Amazon Prime.
You can do that too.
Oh, that's cool.
Like there's different ways that you can like support a streamer. Like if you enjoy their content and you want to subscribe to them.
Like Amazon Prime gives you like a free Twitch thing, and if you're not going to watch it anyways and you just want to help a dude out because you like him, you can subscribe with your Amazon Prime thing completely for free if you have it on your own. It'll just like you just have to remember to re-up it every month to help the dude out.
You'd have to go back in once a month and like resubscribe if you want to be able to support someone for free like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's always interesting to see like the conventions and stuff that happen, especially for like specific games. Like, for example, our guest that's supposed to come on next week, Brad Hester, he does Twitch for Rainbow Six, and he goes to conventions just for Rainbow Six Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
And these teams.
The game is so fucking hard.
I love it. I haven't played in a while because it is fucking hard, and there's so many hardcore gamers on it.
The people on there are ridiculous. They're like, how do you have the fucking time in the day to learn how to be this good at the game? Are you just a savant? Keep going, Luke. I'm sorry.
My question is like when there's game-specific streamers... And him, like for Rainbow Six, like how long can they or do they think that they can keep up their game with it? Because at some point that fat is gonna die hard. That battle royale is gonna drop like a fucking bad habit real quick.
I don't think the battle royale genre will. I think the battle royale games will. Like I think that they're the ones that are dropping. I think the genre itself is so sellable on Twitch. It's honestly crazy.
Yeah, I don't think that will ever. It's the new Slayer. It's the new team deathmatch. You know, everyone loves Search and Destroy. I played Search and Destroy.
Search and Destroy will always be my favorite, but there's something about just that. It's just a new way to fucking play a competitive
It's kind of like a horror game if you think about it. And like in my opinion, like you're doing all this so the matches last about a half hour. Battle Royale, if you're unfamiliar, it's like 100 people land in one map. You get to the center, like there's circles that get smaller, and it's last man standing. Get a bunch of loot. But it's kind of interesting because you just kind of sit there if you're not around anybody, because if you don't land in the action, you land somewhere where no one else is landing because you can see it. You can just go around and look and loot and all you want. It's very peaceful and quiet. But at the moment, like a half hour later, that you see someone, man, your blood starts fucking going.
Especially if you get to like the later part of the game.
If you're like the last 3 or some shit.
Yeah, and you don't know where. It's like you're the last, like one of the last 3, and you don't know where they are. Like if you know where they are, you're like, okay, I can start kind of planning a little bit. But it's like before you can start planning.
Such a small area, though.
Yeah,
it's nuts. I think that's why it's exciting, because it adds a layer of suspension like the whole time, and that's what I like with the game. I want to feel something when I play it. I like mindless games and all, but the thing about that video game, because I like the game a lot. The thing about video games rather than the TV is I'm active, I'm involved with it, and I feel part of this process of where this story is going, even if it's like a multiplayer match or some shit.
I feel you. I think that Pat's favorite game is Manhunter because it lets him get that deep feeling that he's wanted to always feel without the felonies and like the police chasing after him. But like just the feeling of getting that Garrett around that dude's neck and just like take him out and watch his eyeballs bleed. Just
it's
like
porn simulator.
It gives Pat what he needs. It moves his dick in just the right way so he can come later in that day just to have all those images in his head.
Especially in VR.
Oh my god.
All right, but what about like when Rainbow 7 drops?
I wonder what that might be like.
What are all the Sixers gonna do?
Yeah, well, I guess move on.
That's what I'm saying about like the battle royale. It's kind of the same way. It's like as soon as the new one comes out, they're all going to go to it because they want to be the first
Fortnite
one.
Dropped off.
They
want to
be
Apex.
They want to be the first person that's popular on that game.
They want to be the new Ninja.
Yeah, because he was the first person that got caught up with Fortnite. You know, it could have been anyone.
Speaking of which,
could have been anybody.
Fuck the Fortnite dances. Fuck that shit. It's so cringy, and it like. I remember
They put it in the Spyro. They put
Did
it
they
in
put
yeah.
that?
They
I'm
did.
done with Spyro. Uninstalled.
No, so the skeletons, the little skeleton guys in Skelos Badlands that they had in Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, they had these little bone pieces that you had to collect for this dude that had a fucking bone in his nose, and it's supposed to be a caveman level, or he's wearing like cheetah skin or whatever the fuck. And you go collect a bunch of bones for him, and this little skeleton appears, and he's dancing. The original one, it's that fucking like. It's that dance that goes from like your hips to the ceiling, like the old disco style dance, and then everybody freaked out because now it's flossing and like doing like some
God.
fucking
I hate that game.
Fortnite
man.
dances and
I
shit.
hate it too.
It
I
didn't bother me
freaking
though. I'm
hate
just
that
like,
game.
what? I don't know, whatever. It was a silly fucking kids
it's
game, but I
Spyro,
just
you
like
can't-
playing. I'm playing because of the nostalgia factor because I
Yeah.
love that game so much.
I
You
don't-
can't be mad at Spyro.
Spyro's
No,
amazing.
it's hard to. It's
It
hard
changed platformers forever.
Yeah.
like it's a great game.
I love that
But
game.
when it comes to
It's
like
like
the
standards.
Fortnite dances, and though, I mean, I don't really care too much when the kids do it because I kind of expect it. I mean, everyone had
Yeah.
little weird fads, you know. But before that, kids were eating Tide Pods. I think we managed did okay there. They're just fucking Fortnite dancing and shit, not eating Tide Pods. But I hate when I see like adults doing it. Like it's just so bad and cringy. You see like people, fellow kids kind of shit, where they're just trying to media is just trying to like fucking engulf the kids. Like, hey, look, do the floss dance and you get a pack of toothpaste or some shit for free. Some stupid shit. I don't know. Hashtags.
Colin's,
I hate that game, dude.
Colin
It's
is
so
my-
fucking cringy.
Colin's my girlfriend's son, and his teachers, his music teachers, like had like a skit, and they were doing Fortnite dances, and it was on YouTube, and I was like, oh my god, dude,
It's the worst. It's
So-
the bane of
whatever.
our
It'll just be a-
existence.
Such a disdain
I mean,
for that game.
it's so bad.
It's awful, dude.
But this is kind of like when my fucking dad hated Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon when I was
True.
a kid.
That's
and fucking
true.
shit
That's a
on
good
it. And
point.
I was just
True.
like, I love this. Why
Yeah.
why you gotta hate it?
That's
Like,
a good point.
It's just another thing for another generation. It's not for us. It's obviously not for us.
I'm allowed to be outraged.
It's
it makes
there.
me feel alive.
Whatever. I don't care that it exists. But I don't give a fuck. Like I've got a little cousin that plays that game non-fucking stop. Like
Yeah.
this kid was like
Beat him up.
He's fucking 10, Luke. I'm not
Take
beating
him
my
outside.
10-year-old cousin up. All right, fella, I'll wait till it turns 18. I'll whoop that ass because of Fortnite, my dude. You're still playing this? It's time to get a job! No, but this kid, fucking 10 years old, his aunt fucking, or my aunt, his mom catches him like playing it inside of his brother's room when his brother wasn't there and shit, like at 4 o'clock in the morning, and she thought that he just woke up and his eyes are all peeled to the thing and he's getting all
Been there.
angry playing this shit, and she was like, did you just wake up? And he was like, no, I'm in the middle of this match. I'm gonna get the winner chicken dinner, whatever the fuck the Fortnite thing. Like he said
don't know.
something along those lines, and like she was like, wait, how long have you been up since 8? What time is it? He'd been up for fucking like just 8 hours playing this fucking game, like it was his job and shit in the middle of the night, and just slept for the rest of the day. He's so addicted to it. But I remember doing the same thing with video games when I was a kid. I remember turning on the PlayStation 2 in the middle of the night when I wasn't supposed to, when I had school the next day, playing that shit all night, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon.
But that's
It's the
different.
Same thing.
Yeah,
it's
that's different.
it's actually very different. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's video games and you're playing it, but there's video game addictions now. Isn't that like a fucking thing with like
There
this?
always has been. You can get addicted to anything.
Yeah, you can totally get addicted to anything, but now it's like unhealthy. Like you're up all night. Like the most important part of your like life is
Addictions
sleep.
are always unhealthy, but I mean,
Any addiction's unhealthy.
I feel
Cody,
like
if
the
you want to
fact-
fucking argue about it.
it's the
I feel
most
like the
benign
fact
thing,
that
though.
Fortnite came out free too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
Battle Royale
Anybody could
version
have
came
it.
out free, like anyone could have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I think that's the reason why people don't like it so much, is because it blew up because of that.
Yeah,
And-
I like Fortnite. I didn't have to pay for PUBG.
Yeah.
People say that a
like
lot.
people, yeah, stuff like that.
Stupid. But the free game thing, that's pretty wild that like companies are doing that shit now. Like for example, like Fortnite, Apex Legends and
Because
shit.
it's
They
a
just
cheap
surprise-
idea. It's a cheap game.
Yeah, but then they have all these fucking microtransactions. Like
Yeah.
I think didn't that start with like Elder Scrolls Oblivion, this horse armor or some shit? There was a horse armor that sold for $5 and people lost their shit over it. But it eventually devolved into this shit. Fucking EA.
Did you ever
Oh,
hear
yeah.
the story of they had the PUBG creator on the H3 podcast, and he
Yeah.
was talking about how he used the Irish welfare system to pay for the development of all of like PUBG, And like he's just bragging about it and shit. And I was like, I think that's a pretty cool way to scam the Irish welfare system. You build a fucking super
Yeah, he
popular
totally
game.
did that.
And then he moved to like Korea and he's talking about, I found a great job there. And I was like, you just admitted on a podcast that you scam the Irish welfare system. I think there's another reason you want to be in Korea, fella. All this is alleged. I'm not saying anything bad about this dude that probably has a bunch of money to sue me.
Well,
in
I
court.
mean, it's not that like crazy. I mean, there's a bunch of those like corporate CEOs dudes that are like moving to what is it, Puerto Rico for tax benefits, but still doing business and
they don't even
having
move
their
there. They just have
family-
a house there and change their mailing address to there
Yeah,
and show.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then they charter their private plane to say that they went there X amount of times a year. That way that they can.
Yeah. It's just loopholes for people who can do it.
Right. No, this dude was broke as fuck and using the welfare system to build this crazy game.
Oh,
pee.
scum.
Go pee. You'll be all right.
Scum.
But so
Keep it rolling.
So what's like your goals when it comes to like Twitch streaming? That's something I like when especially when you're playing a horror game. That's the only time I ever streamed because I didn't want to play Alien Isolation, which is scary as fuck. Scary as fuck game.
Can you imagine playing that game in VR?
It's on VR.
Fuck
Yes.
that game in
Fuck,
VR.
that game is horrifying. But I remember I Twitch
scary.
streamed that, had like 3 people watching or some shit. But it
Right.
definitely felt like I wasn't there alone, even though I was screaming in my apartment.
Yeah.
But like, so like, what's the goal? Like, do you want to make it like a living kind of thing? Because it's totally possible nowadays.
I mean, it's possible, but it's not that possible to like full-time stream and live off of that. Like we see a lot of people that do that, but that's like the only ones that can do that. I mean, like just full-time every day, 8 to 10, sometimes 12 hours a day.
That's the
nuts.
mindset of the defeated.
It's
no,
kind of
no, I really mean like it's less than like 0.1% of Twitch streamers can do that. You know what I mean?
It's not the early days of YouTube anymore.
No.
I had a friend.
No, it's so dude.
YouTube's
Twitch,
going downhill.
Yeah.
Twitch is so saturated now because of the way Fortnite and like other BRs and stuff like that
Anybody
saturated
could do
it
it.
because anyone could stream it because it's free. But what I'm getting at is like to be able to do it full time like that, it's very rare now.
It's kind of like doing fart porn for a living. Like you might make a couple videos and you might make $400, but that's not gonna keep it. It's not gonna keep rolling in every time. They've already got 2 videos of you farting. Do they need 17? How many different
Those
ways
are the
can you
good
fart?
ones.
Can you fart the national anthem? I don't think
Can
you
you-
can. There's no more subscriptions after the 2 fart videos. All right, big guy.
Have you ever heard of King Ass Ripper?
No,
Do you want to learn a little bit about him?
no, I
So
don't.
there's like
Segway.
it's a segue, but it's funny.
It's something that we have to credit your Mom's House podcast for showing both of us, but it is a fucking hilarious thing that is by itself on the internet. So I don't feel like we're just straight up ripping off your Mom's House by talking about.
I
this
definitely
dude.
discovered it off that, but oh my god, it is so fucking funny. But it's basically this guy who sits in a car, and it's got to be some sort of like fetish thing. He sits in a car or his house, and he's wearing like ragtaddy kind of fucking shirts, and he's just eating disgusting amounts of like biscuits and gravy with like a whole jar of mayonnaise as a drink, or eating like a whole fucking 8-pound chicken to himself in a hot car, and he's like, "Oh fuck
Was
yeah."
that a video of a chocolate cake and mayonnaise?
I'm sure
Oh
it
my
was.
God. I'm sure he used mayonnaise as the whipped cream.
It says in the video description that King Ass Ripper smashes some KFC drumsticks.
This is my favorite video.
My
dude.
snack today on my break
Nice.
consists of a 8-piece fucking 8 drumsticks, 8
He goes to KFC and he's just splaying out this chicken. Oh, fucking, like nobody's gonna believe him unless and he's like fumbling with the box too, just all fucking loose-handed with it.
I
It's
just
about
want to eat.
You could tell if one of these drums fell on the floorboards. He's picking it right back up and putting that bitch
Dude,
back in the
you
box,
can tell
shuffling them around like, well, at least I won't know which one I'm smothering mayonnaise on and eating first, brother. But like, he just,
mayonnaise can't
fucking chicken legs straight from KFC.
oh damn.
Yeah, all fucking chicken legs that I'm gonna fucking drench in mayonnaise and shove down my fucking throat.
And he's doing the video all from like the camera must be. The camera must be. He must have like taken the glove compartment and opened it and put his fucking cell phone like selfie mode right by his knees, and it's got his whole double chin, his big ass gut right there, and you could just see this big ass jar of. It looks like that's Kroger brand classic mayonnaise. Look at that.
So we might be like on the East
Tell
Coast.
me that's not Kroger brand. Look, it's Kroger.
It looks
brand.
like Kroger brand.
He must be fucking close.
So Trent, you just got back,
Number
but
one, ha.
God Got a half a jar of mayonnaise
We're not gonna tell
and
you
a
what's
whole
going on.
drumstick.
What do you think's going on right now, Trent? What are you seeing here?
Just using it as a dipping container. Like some of y'all use ranch. He's got it all over his fucking middle finger now.
Yes, chicken leg. Drenched in mayonnaise.
Fucking nightmare fuel.
I took a drink, and I just felt like warm bile start creeping up the back of my throat as I'm watching him. He just licking the mayonnaise off his fingers and touching his gut.
It's fucking weird, dude.
Listen to the noises.
It's a fetish thing. It has to be a fetish thing. Like, why would you film yourself, post it online?
It's 12 minutes long of just him doing this.
Oh, he's got.
Oh, it gets
multiple videos.
better, dude.
He's got
It gets
multiple
way
videos.
better. Wait.
You haven't seen shit.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, the video smash cuts to him with his shirt off, and he's just like, "Ugh."
This is
sitting in his
100%
car.
a fetish now.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah, gotta get that. Make sure that mayonnaise is all over your mouth and slap your fat gut. I wonder if this dude has like a family. You know,
Dude, that is so gross.
we could be.
Oh my god.
He's
dude.
got it on his chest hairs and shit. He's just eating a chicken drum slathered in mayonnaise that he dipped into
It
it.
probably
Weird.
is a fetish. You're probably right.
Yeah, he's probably like got a boner right now.
1,000% is. What do you mean? Yeah.
And
of
the
course.
sad thing is, people probably get off with this.
Oh yeah,
Let's be honest.
For sure
here.
they do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I bet. Luke likes fucked up things, so I bet he gets a hard on for that.
I mean,
shit.
Luke fucks his dog. All right, it's a consensual thing. He
What
learned
do
the
you
dog
use as lube?
language. He's not gonna tell you how to curse in dog and knees, but he learned it,
Dog
and
and
it's all
knees.
consensual.
Like, oh, I
he
like the red
assures us.
part.
He assures us every episode that it's consensual, and I believe him because he's my
No,
friend.
I don't.
Cody likes to throw a lot of wild accusations out there.
Patrick, I would never do such a thing to a friend, especially not a child molester friend like yourself.
Wow. Wow. So, fucking King Ass Ripper.
He didn't deny it.
Oh Jesus! I say some crazy shit, Pat. Instead of just being like, ah ha ha, he's like, he gets weird. He gets his child molester muscles start hurting. He was like, oh Jesus, oh no, my back's uncomfortable now for some reason.
I didn't sleep okay. Wow, guys.
I
is
wonder
fucking
why
ridiculous.
you
For the
didn't
record,
sleep okay.
For the record, I don't think Pat's a child molester.
Definitely
This is-
not.
I say
Definitely
crazy,
not,
ridiculous
guys.
shit. Everything that I say out of my mouth is ridiculous and for the purposes of comedy. All right,
Yeah,
continuing
pretty
on.
much. So, yeah, King Ass Ripper.
Even when it's not funny.
I'm sorry, Luke. I'm very sorry. Do you want me to start throwing the?
it's
child
very
molester?
uncomfortable.
That's the point. I want everybody's butthole to seal up. Like, oh no, what's he doing? Is he about to actually call him out right now?
Are we going to take a break?
We're at about an hour. That's just an awkward feeling moment to do it. But yeah, let's do it.
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break. They're about to kick the shit out of me for calling them child molesters. We'll see you after the break. And we're back.
What's up?
Hey.
What up?
Hey, so before we were talking about Twitch and stuff, but we wanted to get in some other stories with these guys. So we have this. So we go to a similar place quite frequently, and there's this bathroom that we have that has the most strangest fucking setup. It looks like a normal bathroom from a normal set of eyes. When you first go in there, you don't think about it, but when you're sitting there at the urinal, which is next to the stall with the toilet, you realize that the tiles on the walls are just so freshly clean, I guess, or that's not dirty. You can see the reflection of the guy's asshole taking a shit right next to you while you're taking a piss.
Yeah.
It is so fucking uncomfortable.
I hate it, dude.
It's so uncomfortable.
Hold on. How noticeable is it if
Dude,
you all notice it? Because
I've
like,
seen someone's. I've seen guys' asses.
I didn't notice it, and then he pointed it out, and now I always notice it, and it's so frustrating. It's so annoying.
It's like at the perfect angle where you stand in front of the urinal that you would just see where the guys, like the whole toilet bowl in their ass, and you just see,
Yeah.
you just see it all. You see it all. I'm not watching anybody taking a shit, but you can totally
So
see
if you're
it.
in there trying to get a good work jack in while you're like trying to like get paid for beating off on the clock, then like how did somebody stop from just filming that and putting that on Pornhub?
Let's
Patrick?
discuss right now that he just had a casual term for masturbating at work.
You do that?
Also known as the work jack.
The work jack, the nature
So,
jack, the
how
car jack.
often-
There's the
How often
Wow.
are you fucking spanking it at work, bud?
never
Have you
a
done it
before.
before?
Don't ever lie to me when you just had a casual term like work jack
Cody,
you used just
intervention.
thrown out in a sentence.
Intervention. Cody, have you masturbated at a workplace environment
I
before?
have. I definitely have. So there was a when I
Thank
worked
God
at
you
the
fucking
hotel.
came clean.
No, yeah, of course I've done this. The rest
well,
of you
you just
liars
lied.
haven't
Just
ever
came
checked
alive.
off at
Ago.
work when you were bored. All right, so I was working at this hotel, and like you were a housekeeper, and you got to lock the door behind you. There's a nice bed, and I'm like, I'm gonna get paid to beat off and take way
Behind
too
the
long
bed?
cleaning this room, and fucking. Yeah, I was like 19 years old. My dick's always
fucking
hard.
crazy.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking jerk off in this fucking bed, and then I'm cleaning the sheets anyways. Whatever. And I'm out of there like the fucking beat off ninja and shit. I'm in. I do my hit, and then I'm out. Like,
Did you
nothing
like
ever
come on the
happened.
floor?
Well,
did
Pat,
you-
I don't remember exactly where I came. I know.
Like
I know
you
that
cleaned
you
the
wanna-
hotel room and then you shit jizz on the floor?
So you
Is that
went.
what you're
hold
telling
on.
me?
No, Pat, this was a before cleaning event. This was
Oh,
not
so
something
you
that
jizz
you're...
on it, then you clean it up later because you're cleaning up the apartment. Oh, I'll just clean this up later.
So when you go into this place, you leave with the sheets. Yes.
For sure, yeah, that goes
So-
into a big messy bin that you have to wear gloves in
All
anyways because
night-
there's hooker blood and fucking heroin needles and fucking...
All
The
night.
least of the problems is my work jack load sitting on the bed when I worked at this place, all right?
All night
And this was not
long.
a goddamn everyday experience. Like, it
Bullshit.
happened one
you
time.
got bored.
This
No,
dude.
but it
so-
did happen
A different
once.
he was like trying to do a record. Like I'm gonna do one every
This-
fucking hotel room here. I'm gonna do it. I'm
Try
gonna
to
go
get
for the
all
turkey.
200 rooms,
He
dude.
went room to room, nutting in every room on
The
every
clean
sheet,
sweep, dude.
and he had a fucking push cart full of sheets with his fucking babies spread all over it.
That's why
The
hotel
challenge
rooms are
should have been
always
to do
covered.
all of them in one night.
Yeah, I
Like
think that
jack
my,
off in every single bed.
I think my dick would have wore thin like that
Scabs.
spider bite on your dick. I,
I mean, if you're
Extra
horny
full.
enough, if you're horny enough to jack off at work,
my dick
Why,
would have looked
I
like an
mean-
eraser that you used to cover up too many mistakes with and shit. It would just been all
Yeah.
broken and fucking sad looking. Little
Your
shavings
eraser
falling
would
off
have been
it.
one of those shitty erasers that when you try to erase the pencil mark, it just spreads it and smears it.
Yeah,
it
it's all-
doesn't.
and it's
ever
all
get
tiny
rid
and-
of
with his
it.
cum
It's all
on the
tiny and
wall.
sad and white, anyways, in the first place, and then I beat it 300 times in a day, and then it's just even sadder.
It's all smoke stained and yellow.
What, Pat? Do you think that I smoke cigarettes and then hold it with my cock? I just put it in the mouth of my pee hole.
No, you're just smoking. You're like, all right, little
I
buddy.
smoke it. I'm like, here you go, little buddy, get a puff in. And it goes, my balls inflate like an organ and then go right back out, and it puffs like jizz and smoke out.
Sharesies.
After a whole like alcohol binge
Alcohol.
night,
Alcohol.
you know, and you get some whiskey dick. You know, you get it up finally, and it finally happens, and you're done. You're smoking a cigarette, and your little buddy down there is like, "Let me get a puff of that." And you're like, "I got you, baby."
Yeah, he's laying there on the bed looking like
I got you,
a
baby.
bird with Down syndrome that like
A bird with Down syndrome? I need to see
hilarious.
this.
he's
dick.
sitting there all sad, wrinkled up, and there's one sad milky tear coming out of his mouth, and I'm like, "You look like you could use a smoke right now." And I pinch open my dick slit and force a cigarette down in there, and I try to reverse cum to puff the smoke into my pee hole.
First
oh
call.
my god.
Welcome to the bastard.
Dude, that description of a bird sounds fucking gross.
Yeah, this is awful.
Oh,
You're putting a
Luke-
very vivid image in my head.
Yeah, same.
You started this, and you thought that I wasn't going to go down the path of
I'm glad
telling
you
you how I
finished it.
smoke cigarettes with my cock.
With
What do
your
you mean?
bird dick?
With my Down syndrome bird dick. Let's not get fucking. I don't mean to play a semantics game here, fellas, but it's important. Down syndrome bird dick. All right.
Ew.
Speaking of dicks, I went to the video page, which is a secret group that only me, Luke, and Patrick are part of, where mostly just Pat, I'm just going to say just Pat, posts
just me.
videos for the podcast every week. He's the only one that does the due diligence to, fuck that word up, diligence to...
Due
actually-
diligence.
Alcanol.
What did you just say, you anti-Semite?
Can you guys say this?
So anyways, the due diligence to actually have videos for this podcast prepared and shit like that. And I just happened to notice that 4 out of like 6 of these links are all about cocks, Patrick. And I think you, sir, have some splaining to do. What's going on?
Says the guy that watched porn in the last episode. Gay
porn.
porn. That didn't edit it out.
I
That's right, he
edited
has
it
to
out
do
at
it.
this point. Please don't get our YouTube shut down because you're going to
won't.
make a point. You
It
son of a
won't.
bitch. Don't do that.
But yeah, there's just been a lot of penis news lately in the social media flow. You know.
Oh, is that what happened, Pat? Were you not following like
I was watching
r//
gay porn. All right, I was on eFucked watching some gay fucked up shit. All right, guys. Anyways,
That's what I like to hear, Pat.
There you go. I said it.
So the first thing that I saw popped up was I watched surgeons treat a man whose penis was damaged beyond repair. And like, I'm just thinking, you want my dick to have nightmares for the rest of my
As he's
dick's life?
chain smoking cigarettes.
I just imagine like a hacked up, mangled ass, bloody dick.
Well, I mean, there's things like that that's happened that's been on the news before, where people have gotten their dicks trapped in a wood chipper. I don't know how they did that, but it happened somehow, and their dicks all fucking mangled, like beyond repair almost, and they have to like do like dick transplants and shit. Sorry, I got a burp.
Dick transplants?
They gotta
Is
go
that
I
a
don't know,
real
something like
thing?
that. I don't know. I'm
Is that a real thing?
They gotta
I
go
think it
through
is.
dick rehab and like do dick push-ups and like
Dick
dick sit-ups and
transplants.
stuff. Get that dick midsection looking real good. I got a 12-pack on my fucking
a dick pack.
You know that
You're
tube that
telling
goes
me-
through the base of your dick? Yeah, I got a 6-pack on that thing, baby.
Dick
Jesus,
transplants. You're telling me there's like waiting lists for that shit?
I
Like,
think it's a real thing.
this man's dead. We need to get his fucking dick cut off stat.
Get a replacement dick now.
I don't believe that.
I
don't-
swear.
Oh, he's
I
a
think-
donor.
Look it up.
Oh, he's
Fucking
check
get like
this.
fucking dead
don't believe
skin
that.
or some shit.
He comes
or-
in there with bronchitis, and they're like, "Oh, well, he's a donor," and they start putting him under, and they're sawing his dick off before he's fully asleep and stuff like that, taking
There's
his
no way
kidneys
that's
out.
a real thing, dude. There's no
Gassy
fucking-
today. Sorry. That sounded dumb.
right into the mic.
It's the bubbles.
So, is this article that you sent to us? Are we gonna?
I don't know
see-
if it's real.
Are we gonna say mangled cock in this article? Because if
I
we
haven't read it.
are, I don't need to watch this.
I saw the title and I just shared it. We've seen worse things, Cody.
No,
on
this week I
podcast.
saw. No, this week at work I saw one of the worst videos I've ever seen ever. Like it just
happened?
fucking horrified me.
Don't
So,
pull it up,
We were
please.
talking about at work. Some of my coworkers are familiar with the Bastard Sermon Facebook group, and like they talk about it at work sometimes. Like all the fucked up shit that goes through that page. And this dude was like, "Oh, if you like fucked up stuff, I got a video for you. Here's the worst of it." He was like, "My friends go back and forth on a text message like group that all three of us have, and I don't really participate. I just send like LOLs and ha-has the whole time. But they send a fucked up video, and then the other dude's like, I could top that, and then the other dude's like, I could top that, and the other dude's like, I could top that, until eventually he's like, here's the video for you, and the video starts off with Mia Khalifa about to suck some dick, and then like as the dick's about to like hit her mouth, the video smash cuts immediately to this dude, and he's bent down with no clothes on, and he's got like his arms are tied behind his back and his legs are tied up, and there's another dude with military camouflage on, a whole ass saber, like a sword, and like a fucking ski mask, and then like the dude gives him the cue on the other side of the camera, and he just cuts this dude's head off with the quickness, like just saws this man's whole head off.
What?
And as he gets to his spine, he smacks the sword like just fucking flat side down on there like 3 times. There's blood fucking everywhere, and then he finishes it, and he pulls his head, and you just see his body fucking fall without a head. It's so uncomfortable to see a real beheading where his body falls without a head and bleeds the fuck out, and then
You cut out on this.
your thing's probably cutting out.
Yeah.
Did it?
There you go.
You guys good?
You guys
Yeah.
good now?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
good.
it was just a thing.
Did
I
you miss
probably
any what he
moved my
said?
hands.
Do you need him to repeat
No,
it
no,
in
no,
vivid
I
detail?
heard-
No,
the
but
whole
so he
thing.
fucking, he's just holding his head, and I'm just like, it's so fast. It happens so quick, you barely even know what you're looking at that point, because you're like looking at porn, and the next minute you're watching a beheading from a cartel, and I'm just like, oh, that just ruined my whole day. Like, I didn't want to
Snuff
see
films are
that.
fucked.
That's crazy.
And I didn't
dude.
have the time to look away fast enough before my brain just processed, like, oh, I just really watched a dude get his head sawed off in high definition. Like, this was uncomfortable. So if I'm gonna see,
Did that top it?
if I'm gonna see more shit this week that's gonna make my fucking dreams be haunted, I don't. Patrick, please tell me before I
I
scroll
have
down.
not looked at this article
Pat
at
doesn't
all.
vet anything. Before
I
he
just
looks
I
it up.
find it and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Share.
If I see dick slashing, it's over for this article, Patrick.
If
just
I see a
can't do it
dick, I
again.
I might shriek too. All
Shit
right.
is traumatizing. All right, watching a penis get surgically removed isn't like anything. Isn't
Sorry,
anything
guys, in
like
advance if there's dick chopping. I have no idea.
like you'd expect. Sure, it's terrifying
Probably.
and
Should
bloody.
be checking that shit out.
It was Reddit. Who knows?
Sure, it's terrifying and bloody, and it makes you want to brush your hand against your own crotch just to make sure it's still there. But the worst part about watching a penis get guillotined from its owner is that it takes so damn long. Oh, god damn. It's just going to go into brutal detail
Well,
about how long it is to lose your cock. I can't do this right now, Patrick. Like, you got me
I'll
too
read it.
high before this podcast. All right, go ahead. I can listen
Here,
to it.
scroll up a little bit. Oh, all right. But that's not what happened. Where are we?
We imagine it coming off in one brutal slice, like John Wayne Bobbitt castration. Keep going from there.
But that's not what happened at all. It comes off in pieces, one little chunk of flesh and muscle at a time. Like cutting away brown parts of an apple with a knife. You take a slice here, a slice there, seeing how much apple you can really salvage. What the fuck kind of description is this? Scroll down a little bit.
You're here.
Dr. Gregory Bales, blah, 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 a urologist and surgeon at University of Chicago who invited me to witness the penectomy. I think that's how you say it.
Penectomy?
Penectomy? The medical term for surgical penile amputation like analogy. That's exactly right, he says. It's like a rotten piece of fruit. You could just throw the fruit away, but if you want to keep the fruit, you have to patiently, really, really want to keep this fruit. I fucked up this whole thing.
You want to minimize the tissue loss.
loss.
He pauses and looks at the patient who's lying on the operating table, his legs in stirrups, peacefully sedated. Bales grabs the man's penis, examining it from every angle, his expression somber. I don't think there's a lot of healthy tissue to work with here. How do you let your dick get to that point? Like,
crazy.
What the fuck happened to your dick? It starts turning green and you're like, I'll wait it out.
It might have been like Trent, where he had his dick bit by a spider, and he was like, it's not that bad.
I'm not
it's
even
not that bad.
I'm not going to seek medical attention at this point. I'm just going to let my dick get completely septic before I go to the hospital.
I can masturbate around it.
I don't know, my dick is cracking at the head, and there's green, sludgy blood coming out of it, and I don't know if now was the time to go to the doctor or earlier.
Hey, Dad, I need you to look at this. I got
That
some
shit's
shit on my
making
dick.
my back hurt.
He's like, oh, shit, that happened to me in the 80s, son. You'll be fine. He just keeps drinking a Budweiser and spits out a fucking dip of Skull Wintergreen. All right, let's keep it moving. Oh, Jesus Christ. The smell is staggering. His rotten cock smelled so bad it filled the room. Are you serious? Like a tube sock filled with mayonnaise that was left on a Florida parking lot for the summer. Get the fuck out of here with this description. You were so close to his rotten cock you could smell it in great and horrible detail. Up close. And yes, we were allowed to watch everything. The entire excruciating 4-hour procedure within arm's reach of the action. What? What kind of unprofessional fucking surgeons let this dude... Okay, Luke keeps pointing. I got to keep reading. The patient's penis is gray and disfigured. If Gollum from Lord of the Rings had a penis, this is probably what it looked like.
Oh, God.
You know your penis is in bad shape when even your penis surgeons are grimacing and covering their noses. Get the fuck out of here. So it took the surgeons everything in their body to not throw up through their surgical mask and onto this dude's rotten cock. They're like... like holding their, like turning bloodshot. Their eyes are about to pop out of their head as they're trying to like hold their nerves together while they're holding like they're gonna amputate this dude's cock and they can't just get it together. Get the fuck out of here with this article, Patrick. This is horrifying.
Yeah, this is awful.
I'm gonna keep reading though. Joe and Jake, the resident assistants for today's procedure, no strangers to the gross things that can happen to a human body, and even they can't believe this guy's penis. Get the fuck out of here. Look at this dude's surprised expression.
I have to take a selfie.
That's exactly what I would assume he would look
Wait right
like.
there. Grabs his phone.
I'm so shocked. I have to take a selfie of this.
They're especially surprised when they cut into it and it doesn't bleed.
Ugh.
Oh, god damn. All penises bleed. If you cut into a healthy penis, it should bleed like a geyser of viscous fluid. But when Joe and Jake slice the head off the piece of the patient's penis... Nothing appears from the wound but a dust cloud. Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, right. There was no fucking dust cloud.
There's
Whoever
not
wrote
real.
Is this for real, Jake asked?
This
This
is
is
in
not
Men's
normal.
Health. It's in Men's Health. Aren't they reputable? Hold on, let's look that up real quick before we
Is
continue.
Men's Health reputable?
I'm serious. We have to fucking vet this shit because if this is bullshit,
Dude, this fucking
article
has
is
to be ridiculous.
so strange. If Gollum had a dick,
this is Men's
This
Health
is probably
bullshit.
what it
like.
looks like.
I don't know,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Before I continue reading this about, oh god, Men's Health, published by Hearst, is the world's largest men's magazine brand with 35 editions, and I would assume if they're on some bullshit, they've been getting away with it for fucking forever since they've been around since like what, 86. All right, let's keep reading it. Let's see where this goes. I'm interested. I'm enthralled in this story. It's like
Could be
Game
real.
of Thrones. I want to turn away, but I can't. Is this
Car
for
crash.
real, Jake asked? That is not normal. His penis is fetid. How does that even happen? How indeed, when you watch a man's favorite organ, and let's admit it, it's our favorite organ, get slowly sliced away into nothing. You realize just how vulnerable these pieces of flesh dangling between our legs really are. If you're a reasonable person, you want more information. How can you make sure something like this never happens to you? This is a part of the article that applies to my life. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't want this to happen. Tell me.
What moves did this man make? I'm going to do everything in the opposite direction. It says, where did I leave off? How can you make sure something like this never happens to you, where your penis falls into such a sad state of disrepair that the only possible medical solution is to chop the damn thing off? There isn't always an easy explanation. The patient is uncircumcised and has a condition called phimosis, in which the foreskin doesn't fully retract between his glans penis. I have a penis, and I don't know what that is. That alone could be treatable, but he also didn't have the best hygiene, and a few too many missed showers led to genital infections, which led to a fungal infection caused by rhizopus, the same fungi you'd find on bread mold. This dude,
he didn't
rotted
clean
his
the tip
cock-
of his dick.
That's like schmegma to a whole
Yeah,
level.
schmegma is what caused his dick to fall off like
That's what's
this.
going to kill all of our dicks, fellas. He decided not to have it checked out by a doctor, and by the time he finally made an appointment, it was too late. His penis is literally being eaten away, says Bales, the only one in the surgical room not recoiling in horror.
I'm recoiling.
I'm done with this
That's
article
so
because I
fucked.
get it. I'm
Scroll
about to
down
puke.
farther, though. I want to see a picture.
Of course you do, Patrick. I don't.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, they've got anatomy things. I don't think they're gonna have
Yeah,
actual.
they're not gonna. I don't think they'll show actual.
Not in
picture.
men's.
Dude,
health.
that's
Yeah.
some fucked up shit, though. Like, do you think he tried to masturbate still? He's like, I can masturbate.
That dude probably
Ugh.
pulled off a fucking gray, wet, scabby, like, mold thing that was on the tip of his dick and was like, oh, this will be fine.
But if they cut into it and there's no blood coming out, is he really getting blood flow down
No,
there?
there's
Not at all.
So
He can't
he's
get a
not going to
boner.
be able to get a boner.
Necrosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's straight dead.
Yeah.
That's dead dick.
Poor guy.
That's a
Dead
double
dick.
D.
That's
poor
a
guy.
double D there,
That's
bro.
a double
I
D
mean-
if I've seen one.
Good lord.
Is all of our dicks retracting into our body for safety right now, like a
Yeah.
turtle's head? Because
Dude.
I feel like
Yeah, it's
I
pretty bad.
can't
dick
possibly
news.
be alone in this.
Lots of bad dick news on the internet lately. Go
No,
to the
see,
next
like-
article.
Like, there's the whole, like, no, it's a big controversy as to, like, to stop circumcisions. I was circumcised.
Me
and
too.
I'm about it, you know, like,
Are we
I've
all
seen
circumcised?
all of the terrible, like, health risks and things that can go wrong.
I'm
when it's
circumcised too.
performed.
Something went horribly wrong with my circumcision.
Right, but
I'm
my
missing,
thing is...
Go on.
I'm
Luke.
missing about 3 inches.
That's cool. What the fuck ever.
you have a tiny dick. We get it, Cody. Go on, Luke.
So, like, my thing is like, should I, and I don't plan on, should I ever have a kid? Like, those are health things that I would, like, have to be responsible to teach them, and I don't
That's
know.
a
The
good point.
first thing about, like, doing that much cleaning on the dick, my shit's maintenance. You know, it's circumcised. It's
mean,
just,
think about
it's
it.
part of the washing when I take a normal shower.
And for Luke, in normal showers, he spreads peanut butter on his dick and balls.
Let the dog lick it off.
And his dog/girlfriend comes up and cleans up the mess.
Fucking hate you so
That's
much.
fucked up.
And
Wait,
the
so
enzymes in the
every
dog's
time-
mouth cleans his dick for him. So
That's
you're-
a myth, you dumb bitch.
no,
you're
it isn't.
you're
Luke.
saying that
No, it
it would
isn't.
be
It's
hard
a
to teach a
homeopath-
kid how to, like, bathe himself, like, as far as, like, a dick.
No, dude, that's not what I'm talking about. I just don't know how to work the dick like that, man.
And Luke knows how to work a lot of dicks, so like for him to
I know
not
how to work
know,
my dick.
he's like a dick mechanic. He knows how to work
For
on
my
them all.
How do you
dick,
not
For
know how
Luke-
to, like,
for
bathe
my
your own dick? Like,
There's a
do you not
big
get
difference.
do you not get soap and, like, just kind of, like, go down there, like?
Yes. Okay, so my shit's circumcised. It's exposed. Like I said, it's part of the washing. I get all of the necessary places, nooks and crannies, just washing it normally. Whereas with a
pull it
uncircumcised
apart.
dick, yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
you gotta reel the fucking curtains back.
Ugh.
You gotta fucking
Hate
get
that.
all the nooks and then the crannies
Yeah,
and then the head
Now I
tip.
get it.
This might not be
Yeah.
accurate, but if you're not showering twice a day, I feel like if you got uncircumcised
You got a
cock,
dirty dick.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure your dick
Dirt
smells like a
dick.
ferret's cage.
You need
Like,
a
there's
double
no
you
D.
need
way
a
it doesn't.
shower. You need
You got a
one
double
shower.
D.
You need one shower just to clean the dick.
Dude, it's fucking.
I
I
mean-
bet it's like a whole process. Like you have to like peel that shit apart. It's like a 10-minute process in the shower. So
All right,
he's
so
getting in the shower.
You
It's
guys
gonna be a long
circumcised, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
He said
I don't
yes,
believe
sir.
you. Show us your cocks. Prove it.
Pull them out.
It's the only way.
I don't
So
think you could
uncomfortable.
handle the
They got-
spider bite, dude.
one. Oh god.
It's still there.
It's still there.
The spider's still there too. He lives in his gooch.
It lives
Oh,
inside
man.
the
Nest.
bite.
God, I'm gonna
damn.
have nightmares.
I don't
about
dare
that.
go down there even for an itch.
Oh my god.
Bad dick news. Double
All
D.
Let's see the bad dick news.
Well, anyways, billionaire diamond trader 65 dies during penis enlargement surgery that triggered a heart attack at Paris clinic. It's good to know that rich people, as much money as they have, have tiny dicks too. They can't do much about it.
It's just the most like, of course that's what happened to this dude. That's how this dude ends. Like, he's a billionaire diamond trader and he dies in dick enlargement surgery. Like, just didn't have enough, did you, fellow? Like, the billions didn't do it, the diamonds didn't do it, having fucking like,
Oh, his dick's too tiny.
Still my dick is too little. I gotta fucking go into a risky
He fucking
surgery.
has it coming.
Have some Crisco injected into my cock shaft and make it a little bit bigger. Like, what was the
The diamond business is so crazy.
Blood diamonds, blood mattresses.
They're not as valuable
gotta pee, I'll
as
be
they
back.
fucking like are sold to be.
That's kind of fucked up. I think they had like the way to tell if it's not
It's
like blood
marketed.
diamonds is if it has an engraving on it. There's engraving, laser engravements on a lot of these diamonds, and that's how you know it's real. That's why whenever you go into a diamond place, they have that like fucking magnifying glass in their eye. They're looking for like obviously damages, but they're looking for this laser engraving kind of shit. It's kind of nuts.
It was pretty nice.
Yeah, guys, have you ever tried gas station dick pills?
Nope.
Never.
I tried horny goat weed one time.
What's that? What the
Horny
fuck is
goat
that,
weed?
Trent?
All right, so when I was in the band, we were in Boston recording, and there was like, I think it was in one of those bathrooms where you have like the like tampons and shit like that, and it says horny goat weed. My buddy Cody was like, "Dude, I dare you to try it." I was like, "Fuck, dude, I don't know." And he's like, "Dude, just do it." I'm like, "All right." So we're in like, my good friend Dylan in the band, his mom was like drove us up there and everything because she always took us everywhere. So anyway, they had like a separate room, my mom and his mom, and then we had one. And they're like, "Trent, how you feeling?" I'm like, "Fuck, dude, I don't know."
I'm horny as fuck.
Dude, it was bad. It was weird and it was bad and it was like, oh my god, I was like, I don't like this. I didn't end up like jacking off or anything because that'd be kind of weird. Like I'm with like all my buddies.
Did you have a boner?
I don't remember having
You
a
had a
boner,
boner.
but
You
I
totally
do
had.
remember feeling really weird and like just the sensation on my dick was very weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
There was so we did this
It's called
thing.
horny goat weed.
We did this thing
Don't
called
try
the
it.
Olympics. A couple episodes, but we've talked about this a lot, so I'll make it quick. But basically, these guys took gas station dick pills, and they said that it felt like their balls were switching sides. And I'm like, what the fuck does that feel like? That was the weirdest thing ever. It was mortifying. The whole fucking scenario.
Yeah, dude.
Joey, if you're listening, that was fucking weird, bro. Super fucking weird. Fucking wild. Yeah, I don't know. But isn't it kind of silly that people like want to take like they see these fucking advertisements on porn pages where it's like your dick could be this size.
Yeah.
You could have a dick this big.
Yeah.
Who fucking buys into that shit?
don't
Who
know.
the fuck believes
pretty
that?
weird.
That's like
Who sees that?
who
And they're
sees
like,
that?
dude,
Dude, click.
yes. I've been looking for this.
Imagine the people that take like Viagra and shit and they're like, "Oh yeah, like I'm doing good." And then when you're done, you're like,
Well,
fuck,
got
like
a
it's
boner.
still good, like and I can't go anymore. It's hours later, and you're like, fuck.
I wonder
Like
what-
imagine going to the ER, like what do you?
After 4 hours.
Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, and you just like you're trying to put your pants on and shit. And that
it's a
would be
pattern
awful
on the pants.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Apparently, if you have a boner too long on Viagra, Cialis, Blue Chew, any of that shit, you can do permanent damage to your dick where it might not work anymore. Like if you have that 4-hour boner, go to the doctor, get the blood drained from your dick. It's gonna hurt, but they're gonna have to do it so that you don't have permanent nerve damage in your cock.
That's crazy.
That's fucked.
It's a real
Dude.
thing. That's why they say if you have an erection lasting more than X amount of time, go to your doctor. They're for real. Go to your doctor. You want to lose your dick, have your necrotic penis have to be chopped off by bit and then described in a Men's Health article? Yeah, go to the doctor.
Have you guys
Speaking of you specifically, you got spider bites on your dick that's dime size? The fuck are you doing? Go to
still
the
recovering?
doctor. I don't like going to the doctor either. I'm with Luke on this one. And you, like, I'll sleep it off. Like, it's a 3rd-degree burn on your chest the size of a pan. Nah, it's cool, but it's on my
Do you
dick.
have one?
No, not at all.
okay.
But I do have this giant bubble on my
Yeah, I
dick.
noticed
Oh,
that.
man.
What happened there?
I work as a saute
Masturbating
cook.
too
and,
much?
Yeah, it was beating off too much. I mean, my cock just it
friction
only,
cock burn?
it only goes that big into my hand, right? So like
Trying
that
to-
part really gets worked on the
Trying to
inside
start
of
a
my
fire?
palm. 100%. No, I grabbed a saute pan handle, and you have to use none of the pan handles on the range, the big gas top burner that we use, have plastic on there. All the rubber's been melted off for years, basically. There's a couple that do, but not really. You take a towel and you cover up the handle, and then you fucking flip shit. And you gotta have a lot of pans moving at any given time. So, like, I thought I had the pan covered, and I didn't, and it had been heating up over a gas range, and I fucking touched it for a second, and I was like, oh, like, just made the saddest noise you've ever heard, like just a bird dying or something, like a squirrel being taken out by a cat.
Like a bitch?
Like a bitch! Yeah, like the most feminine sound that you've ever heard leave my mouth, and everybody just looked at me, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I still had an hour and a half to go, so you just put ice in a bucket and fucking dip your hand in there, and then get out and cook salmon and dip your hand in there again. It was a bitch.
I almost got one of the worst burns ever at one point, but nothing happened. Let me tell you about it. So I worked at Little Caesars for 3 fucking days. It was the worst job I've ever had. Period. They made me work like 12 hours. I'm going first day and said, okay, well, I'm leaving at 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you got to be here at 6 tomorrow and work another 12-hour shift. I'm like, fuck that. So I quit. But I remember I was pulling out ovens. They had these little clamps, like these pizzas that would come out in like a conveyor belt oven, and you would have to use these clamps instead of like a scoop or some shit, and it's always awkward as shit. So I picked it up. I was wearing Toms at the time. Dumb as fuck to wear at work. If you don't know what Toms are, they're like socks, basically. Sock shoes.
Yeah.
But I remember I was fucking... That's my fault for doing that. So I pulled out this pizza, and I drop it out of my hand, and I grabbed it with my left hand. This is a 600-degree oven, dude. And grabbing my hand, it slid off my fucking hand, and I tried to catch it again with my foot, and I was wearing fucking Toms. Luckily, the GM at the time was a firefighter, like also. He just kind of did this on the side. He had this like fireman gel, or I don't know what the fuck it was. Don't be weird about that, Cody. But
I was just about to be.
I know you were, you sick fuck. But he put it on my hand.
He made me close my eyes, and he gave me some fireman
I had
gel.
something in my hand, and
I had something in my mouth, and he said, just suck on the hose, and you'll get the fireman gel. It'll help your burn.
Fucked up.
You gotta swallow it all,
But he had
though.
some kind of like firefighter, like anti-burn gel. That's probably the way I should have worded it.
Yeah.
Fuck. But I used it, and it was like I was never burned. It was so weird. No damage at all. Now, you used to work
even
at, like,
on your hand?
Yeah. Yeah, and it slid off my hand from burning.
Meanwhile,
like butter.
Got grease burns here and fucking burns here and burn under there.
Yeah, my confusion is the foot part where you were like, I'll save the pizza.
Dude,
still.
Not reflexes, not even fucking thinking. So stupid of me. So stupid.
Dude, it's not even about being that clumsy, really. Like, if you work, like, a long-ass shift in, like, a high-volume kitchen where you're doing a lot of work, like, if you get one burn in the day, you did good. Like, you did good. You didn't
busted your
fuck
ass.
yourself up really that bad.
Yeah.
Not even that you busted your ass. You could definitely leave there without burns, but, like, it's more about, like, you only got one. Okay, well, you could have done way worse, and you could have really fucked yourself up. And
I've
really
seen
just
some
got a
people...
couple bubbles. It's fine.
I worked at, like, Penn Station for, like, 4 years.
Love that shit.
Back when I was
Penn
in college
Station's so
and playing
fucking
music.
good.
It is so fucking
Best
good.
Philly
It is
cheesesteaks,
good.
hands down. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
I think it is too.
It's the best one. I've been to little spots where people are like, they got the best Phillies. I'm like, not better than Penn Station, bitch. What are you talking about?
My boy PS, you know.
I mean, it's a corporate thing, but it's still great. Keep going though.
Anyway, so basically, I was the manager at the time. So we had this fryer that was like peanut oil, and it was like 400 degrees or something ridiculous for the fries, of course. But we had some kind of filter paper that you have to put on the bottom of these fryers. That way, the fried shit doesn't go through it and clog the machine.
Burnt matter doesn't go into
Yeah,
the...
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So we were trying to clean it, but it turns out we had the wrong filter paper. So it all like bubbled up and went to the top. So all that gunk got in the middle, and we had to get all that shit out. And we're like, we just worked a 12-hour shift. I want to get the fuck home. So we're trying to pull it out to clean it, and this guy has his hands around the side, and the whole thing pours all over his hands, and you just hear him go, ah, and you hear that, like, you see all this smoke.
Crazy.
He holds on to it so that way it doesn't spill like completely all over the place. It spilled a fuck ton. We were there for hours afterwards, and he put his hands in the cold water. He had third-degree burns on his hands. He continued to work with bandages on his hands.
What a moron. He should have left.
Stupid as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Take that work comp.
that-
What are you doing, dude?
I mean,
Fuck that. Well, he's smoking weed on the job, probably. He
Okay,
doesn't want to
let
tell
me be
him
honest.
anything.
This dude drank all the fucking time on the job. That's his fucking problem. He just... Fucking
And
get
you were
traded.
the manager.
Are you sure it wasn't
I was
Cody?
the manager.
Pat was like
no one
10
listened to me.
Pat was like
ever.
13 years old. The
I had
fuck?
long black hair. I looked like a fucking scene little bitch. Like, who the fuck's gonna listen to this Tim Burton looking motherfucker? This scrawny motherfucker with tattoo. Who's gonna fucking listen to him? All these fucking other guys? Nah, definitely fucking not. No one listened to me, dude. It was a struggle being a manager. Fuck that job, dude.
How long did you have to do that for?
I did it for 4 years.
And you wait, you could just be somebody's boss for 4 years? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Dude, if I had the power to fire someone, they're
I
gonna
never had
do
the power to fire
exactly
anyone.
what
closer to
I'm-
the mic, you fucking professional.
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus,
if,
Luke.
if,
Idiot.
if I had the power to fire someone and they're not doing their job, I'm fucking letting them know they're doing their job or else.
I mean, I could definitely.
I'm the kind of guy that can't say like no to people. You know, like I feel like I'm too nice to people, so I've like, oh yeah, go ahead and take a smoke break. I
Dude,
don't
when
give a
you
shit.
when you learn how to tell someone no, it will be amazing.
I mean,
could-
I'm like that now.
It will change your life.
I don't mean to misconstrue this because I'm working on being a sous chef, which is basically a manager or whatever for my kitchen currently. Hopefully, I'll be able to make that position, so I could definitely do it. My thing is though, like if my people didn't listen to me, I couldn't keep doing it for 4 fucking years. If they just like treated me like shit, I'm just like,
I
how
get
did
it,
you
guys.
sit there and do that?
But
I'm a
are
bitch.
are you a good chef though? Like, do you deserve to be a sous chef? Like, do you make anything good at all?
Do you think you're good, Cody?
Like, are you
full of yourself?
I
It's
heard
a weird position to
You have a
put me
huge ego?
in.
Yeah,
To
wow.
be like, hey dude, is your craft good? Like, this is
Would you
not
eat your
something
food?
that you're supposed to say about your own shit. You'll let other people say it for you.
No, I
and if
just-
they don't say it, then obviously it's not that good, is it, Luke?
I just
Can I ask
wanted
you
you to
something?
know that
You got to be confident, dude.
I am
If you're
confident,
gonna be
but
a
I'm not
sous
gonna
chef,
sell
you gotta
my-
be like, man.
No, I'm just saying you're bad at what you do. You're bad. You're a bad cook.
Cody, can I ask
I've
you
never
something?
eaten anything you've made, but I'm pretty sure you're terrible at it.
Wow, I fucking love you, piece of shit.
Do you try your food every time you make a
Yes,
meal?
yeah, definitely.
got to.
Make sure it's
Do you really?
seasoned. Make sure, yeah. I don't put anything up that I'm not putting in my mouth.
I watch Kitchen Nightmares all the time, and none of the chefs try their food, and I always thought that was
show is
Certain
so
times,
freaking
I mean,
crazy.
certain times when you make
that show.
stuff, you kind of just know. Like I've seasoned it properly. I know that I did it. But anytime that I'm like, oh fuck, did I salt this already or not? You just grab a spoon, you fucking heat it, put the spoon in the dirty window, and you're like, still needs a little salt, and still needs something. Yeah, you try it out. I mean,
I was curious.
Try it out.
Try it out. Try it out.
more your mom's house though.
So, did you guys you work in food business?
I did, yeah. I used to work at McDonald's in high school.
What the fuck was that like?
What was
I never worked at
McDonald's like?
McDonald's.
It's
Yeah.
I can't
terrible.
hear out of this.
Have you worked
now.
there?
I don't think it was that though.
Are you guys out again? Oh, lame.
Is that
I
better?
can hear it out of my right ear.
Okay, I can hear it now. Yeah.
Can
Is
you
it
hear
good
better
now?
Trent?
I could hear it the whole time.
Are you good
Why are
now?
you fucking?
Yeah,
with
I'm
me?
good now.
I know, I
cool.
really could.
So, what the fuck was McDonald's like? I always thought that would be straight chaos to work at.
I worked at McDonald's for 5 years, dude.
Pat said it like, dude, what was it like being a brain surgeon? Like,
Yeah, it's
Right.
nothing
fuck,
crazy.
it's
bro.
McDonald's
Tell me
fast
that-
food.
that
dude.
Tell me
way.
the crazy world of McDonald's.
No, dude, I worked there for 5 years when I was in high school. Like, and then a year after. Well, no, it was like 2 years in high school and like 3 years after. I worked at McDonald's.
It sounds eventful.
I worked there
No,
for.
dude, it was seriously the funnest time of my fucking life as far as like
Really?
work. Oh my
Kinda
god.
weird
I
shit
worked
did
there
you get
for like
into?
8 months, and I was like, "This is the worst thing
Oh,
I've ever
dude, I
done
thought
in
it
my
was
life,
so
and I'll
fun.
never work in food again."
Why was it fun?
Me and all my friends that played music together
Oh yeah, you told me
worked
about
there,
that, yeah.
so we just fucking had a blast, dude.
That's good.
I
Food.
worked there
whatever
with
we
a
wanted.
friend, and he was a troublemaker.
What?
I told him it was me and him for third shift and one other person, and I told him we had a cop coming up for food, and I gave the cop the food, and he drove off, and then he was like, "Hey, dude," I was like, "What's up?" And he said, "I spat in that cop's burger."
Ugh.
That's
I was like,
crazy.
dude,
"Are
that's
you
illegal,
fucking kidding
isn't it?
me, man?" Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
It's assault.
Is it assault?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You want to hear
100%.
something?
Yeah, we
crazy
didn't do
that's
that kind of shit
illegal?
at mine.
Yes. Tell me
Okay.
some shit, Trent.
All right, so when I worked at Starbucks, we would offer cops like free drinks. Sometimes or like kind of hook them up, and
And
that
you
was
come in
completely
all of them,
illegal.
dude, for real?
No, but it was illegal, and I didn't realize that. And later on, they're like, yeah, sometimes like one of the head sheriffs would not take the drink, and he'd be like, no, I gotta pay for it. And come to find out later, like that's illegal. That's a bribe to a cop.
Wow.
I know.
You were
I
bribing
would've
To
cops.
give them free food.
No, free drinks.
Oh,
at
free
Starbucks,
drinks?
Yeah.
That's a bribe.
That's interesting. I mean, we used to give them free food all the time at Penn Station.
I know,
I mean,
it's
allegedly.
weird, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I have to say that.
It was
now.
for protection. It was for protection. The
They
cop
had
bullied
guns.
him.
They had guns and handcuffs. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Here's your free fucking sub, okay?
Okay, don't shoot me.
Pat's
Say, bring it
flop
on,
sweating and
bitch.
shaking as he hands it to him.
What the fuck's wrong with you, kid?
Bring it on.
Seriously. But I mean, you always see a lot of interesting people when you're working at like fast food places or something like that. I remember there was this one lady.
No,
that
I
came
don't.
In.
I see the dregs of society that I want to get away from
Well,
immediately.
no
I'm just
shit. Like
the
I'm
fuck
saying,
are
it's
these
interesting.
They're not interesting. They're fucking annoying.
You meet characters. I think. That's
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a character, yeah.
that's a better way to put it. Especially when I worked like on a branch at a bank. That was really interesting. But I remember there was this lady that came into Penn Station, and she had these 3 animatronic cats in a stroller. What the fuck just happened, Cody?
I didn't press anything. My hands were away from the thing.
That was
It
pretty
goes-
weird. I saw it.
Keep
Goes-
going.
What the fuck?
Obviously, the house is haunted. We talked about it immediately. That's
Fuck,
why you're moving out of
I'm
here.
I'm on my way out. I'm on my way out. It's gonna be maybe he'll follow me. Who knows? But I remember this lady came in and she had 3 animatronic cats in a stroller, and she was like 80. And I said, "Oh my god, your cats are so cute. Let me take a picture." Really, just to blast her on the internet because I'm an asshole.
We
But
all are.
she would sit down with the cats and they move their heads and shit. It's really weird. And she had like her daughter with her who was also really old, and she would like feed it drinks and food and fries and like shove it down their throats, and it's really fucking weird. I've seen some weird people.
Wow.
There was another guy when I was working at the bank, undisclosed. I was a private banker, and I remember there was this guy who came in, and he always had a very nice fur jacket. Like I'm telling you, something you'd spend like thousands of dollars on. Like PETA would fucking put red paint on or some shit. And he always walked around with like a limp, and he always had like 10 grocery bags filled to the brim, and he'd walk around all over Glenway, just waddling around, which is a street where I grew up at. If you're familiar. But he would just walk around, and he smelled so fucking bad. He loved talking to me, and I don't know fucking why he loved talking to me. He'd walk in the fucking bank, and everyone would look at me, and I'm like, and he would just beeline right towards me, and everybody's like texting me or messaging me on like online saying, "This guy fucking stinks. Get him out of here. What does he want?"
And I guarantee he would leave and go to Speedway, and Luke would buy him 8 packs of cigarettes
Yeah, Speedway Steve.
before he went upon his merry way.
Do you want to hear a crazy story from McDonald's?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So-
what was that like?
Well, I wasn't working the shift because I worked like first shift, but so I like see the third shift guys when they come in.
Yeah.
And one time I went in at 6 a.m, and the third shift guy was leaving. He's like, "Dude, the craziest fucking thing happened tonight." And I was like, "What happened, dude?" And he told me, so like our lobby area would close at like, I think it was like 11 or midnight or some shit like that, and then it would reopen in the morning, but the drive-thru was like 24/7. And he told me that this guy came up to the drive-thru, didn't go like to like the microphone, he like went up to the window, some dude, and he was like, "You guys need to let me in because I need to use the restroom."
Wow.
And they're like, "It's company policy, like we can't unlock the door for you, I'm sorry." And he's like, "No, you guys don't understand. I really need to shit. Like, you guys need to let me in so I can shit." And they were like, "Sir, we can't do that. Like, I'm sorry. Have a good night, we can't do that." And they tried to close the window, and he grabbed it, and he was like, "You guys need to let me in now, and if you don't, I'm going to rub shit all over that building over there." And he pointed to like the shed in the
Like,
back.
you guys give a fuck?
It was our shed, like our stock shed.
Shit, then I would.
Back by like the dumpster. And he's like, "I'll rub shit all over that building." And they're like, "Sir, like we can't let, I'm sorry, please don't do that, but we can't let you in."
I'd be like, get after it, bud. It's not my job to clean it up. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, you don't have to clean up shit anywhere at any job you work at.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Companies hire hazmat companies that would do that shit.
But he did it.
He did it?
He went
He
back
wiped
there
his shit.
and shit in his hands and was wiping it on the walls around like the stock shed. And that's what the third shift guy told me when I came in. I was like, "You're fucking kidding." And he's like, "No." And guess who had to clean it? He told me he had to clean it.
What a goddamn animal. I've done some pretty drunk things in a drive-thru one time. Like,
That's crazy.
my friend,
Crazy,
dude, Sean used to live in this apartment that overlooked the Cheviot Wendy's.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a refrigerator box because this is on Facebook. I would pull it up if I could. It would take me
takes a lot of
fucking
time.
forever to find it, so I'm not going to pull it up. But trust me, there's a video of this. There was a refrigerator box that they had. We're getting blackout drunk at my friend Sean's house, probably 18, 19 years old. And his apartment overlooks the Wendy's. And we're getting drunk thinking of funny things that we could do. Like the Wendy's drive-thru is about to close. Let's see. They won't serve us. None of us have a car, really, except for me. And I'm way too drunk to drive my fucking car. and it's like Amanda's asleep, so we can't use her car. No one else has a vehicle except for me. I'm too drunk to drive. And they're like, they won't just let us walk through the drive-thru, and there's no more walk-ins after whatever 10 o'clock. They stay up until midnight. So I was like, we got to get a vehicle through there. And me and this random stranger person that I had just met that night, me and her crafted this refrigerator box into a school bus. Like, we just went ham on, like, Sean had these, we all pitched in. Like, Sean had fucking these light up LED lights that, like, were blinking red and shit. We just took Sharpies to it and painted doors and fucking, like, carved it out and, like, made it to like a Flintstones car that you could hold up around you, and you had like a divider, like one person could sit in the front, the other person could sit in the back. We got all elaborate. There's fucking speedometers on it and shit like that. And we fucking walked this thing all the way down the stairs, 3 flights of stairs down this shitty apartment complex. Walked across the street on fucking Harrison and went over to this Wendy's. And then proceeded. I don't remember how it worked out. It was drunk, and I was drunk, and it was 7 years ago. So I don't know exactly what happened. I just know that I did walk through it. But they videotaped us just like getting drunk. They didn't serve us, and we walked out shaking our heads, putting like thumbs down and shit. And then you can hear Sean laughing, videotaping it from the window of his apartment. He didn't go down with us or anything. He's got the aerial view of us walking around with this fucking, like, this cardboard school bus that we had made out of a refrigerator box, and then fucking walking back around. Me coming back up drunk as fuck with the thumbs down, like they didn't serve us and shit. And Sean's laughing his balls off, like, oh, they didn't serve them. And he's drunk too, so he's like, I thought you were supposed to be served at Wendy's when you were supposed to be served. Like, he's too drunk to make up words and shit like that. But yeah, we fucked around with fast food employees, but never smeared a shit on anything before.
Yeah, that was.
Why do people do that?
That was a nasty thing, dude.
Why would you ever
Mental
shit in
illness.
your hands?
Mental illness.
Yep.
100% mental illness.
Why would you do it? There's so many videos on the internet of like people, like old people walking through grocery stores. They shit their pants and then they like shake their pant leg and the shit falls out and they just like, hopefully no one saw that. It's on the fucking camera.
Good old poop
Dude,
walkers.
my buddy lives in Hollywood, and he tells me stories all the time of homeless people coming into a Starbucks because he works there.
Yeah.
And they like shit in the cafe, or
What?
fucking one girl like puked everywhere, and they had to close down the store and get like hazmat teams. It happens on a regular basis. Like, it's insane, dude.
They must
Sounds
be
like
on
a
drugs
fun
or some
job.
shit. What the fuck?
Crazy, dude.
Get paid minimum wage
Dude,
to
living in
deal with
LA
that
would
every
be
day.
an actual nightmare. There's like more people. There's like more people.
Come
there's
on,
like
Luke.
more people in LA than there are in most states in the country, right?
100%.
Just that town alone.
You know, when I was looking for houses and
Fucking
shit,
ridiculous.
I talked to some people that live out there, and we were like discussing like the house price differences and whatnot. But like, it's so crazy how expensive shit is over there. The house that I just bought is a fucking steal, like over there, and it would be millions of dollars over there. There was like a house with like 2 bedrooms that they showed me, and it was $1,350,000 for a 2-bedroom house. What the fuck?
That could get you so much more here.
Yeah, but I mean, I also have like friends that have gone down to California multiple times.
And all had their dreams crushed.
Yeah, they try to be like famous actors and stuff, and they're great. They're really good actors. They go out there
You
and they
say
look
that
like,
because you're their friend.
I mean, I thought personally they were good actors, but they might have sucked. Maybe because I am their friend. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I thought they were good. Anyways, they go out there and they try their best to get like headshots. They go to these, try to do auditions and shit. They're working at the movie theater, and they say they keep running into like celebrities and shit, like Ashton Kutcher and stuff. Story for another time. But they get down there and they're like living in their car. Like they cannot afford to live anywhere. Because like a small like, studio apartment, that's like $1,600 a month. Imagine that. That's unbelievable, dude.
You're not even factoring in toiletries or
Electric,
prostitution charges.
internet,
Yep.
prostitution charges. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's
it's
ridiculous, the price difference over there.
That's
It's
crazy.
also like really, I mean, I feel like I'm totally segwagging off a cliff here, but like any other country you go to, currency exchange.
Yeah.
That's always fucking crazy. I went to Jamaica once. $1 to us is $114 to them, kind of shit.
Wow.
So it's always so you can buy like a 3-story house in Jamaica for $8,000 American.
Jamaica sounds like it sucks. I don't want the
It's
house.
shantied. It is not a good place. You
I
want
like
to
it
be.
here. It's cool here. Fuck living
Yeah.
somewhere else.
There's also a lot of militarized police down there. Like the things that you would see in movies are people riding in the back of like Humvees and shit with like AK-47s. Yeah, that's the shit that's down there, and they're walking around the hotel and shit. It's pretty crazy. All kinds of shit.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Anyways, next video.
Okay, Pat, you
I
pulled
don't
up a video link to pissy pants, like on purpose pissy pants is what I'm gonna call them. It says, so you only want people to think you peed your pants? And there's a link. All right, Reddit, I'll click the link. It says wet pants denim, and there's a professional website made for it. And I'm kind of like, what the fuck? I just lost my headphones. Give me a moment, listeners. So, wet pants denim says, own the aesthetic without the discomfort. The jeans. Wet pants denim delivers the appearance of authentic urinary incontinence without the commonly experienced discomfort. How to order. Like, it just jumps right there. It's like no explanation for why you would want pissy pants on purpose, why you couldn't just piss your pants yourself, and like...
Here's how to order them.
There's no fucking, like, scientists talking about, like, the rashes that you will experience by pissing your pants on your own will lead to fungal penile infections that make you get your dick chopped off later. No, none of that. Just immediately how to order.
Cody, you're not cool unless you piss your pants.
It just goes right to every pair is prepared by hand, ensuring the utmost attention to detail and fully customizable design of the splash pattern. So, to some freaks out there, I guess, in the world, you got to get the right splash pattern for how you piss your pants down. You got to get that good fucking star pattern down. Otherwise, I ain't taking it. Like, if it don't look like the continent of Africa when I piss in my pants, then like I'm not satisfied for real.
What do you want your splash pattern to look like? Do you want it down the right leg, left leg, or down both sides?
A fucking upside down cross for sure, bro. Or maybe a pentagram, dude. That would be pretty sick, right?
I bet you someone's
Fuck
ordered.
yeah, dude. I wonder if they got the pentagram design. Yeah, that's how I'll fucking impress my girlfriend. I'll be like, hey, babe, look, I pissed my pants in a pentagram format.
That would be actually pretty fucking cool.
Nice skills, bro.
Yeah. I don't understand. There's no other information here. Nothing. Just
You can't click overview or the
you
jeans?
go to overview?
okay.
Yeah.
We can go to the jeans. Hold on. Let's see what the jeans are all about. There's just dudes wearing pissy pants.
What the fuck? What?
And it's the most uncomfortable looking. There's no way this is
Dude,
real.
They're
that's
all
Photoshop.
Photoshopped.
Yeah.
It's fake
There's
as
a
fuck.
picture of Liam Neeson, a picture of Paris Hilton. There's a fucking picture of
Okay, dude.
some fucking dude from James Bond.
I can't. I thought this was real. If this isn't real, there's nowhere to go with it. There's a funny dude out there that's trolling.
Wait,
and
just
made some
just
pissy
look
pants.
and see like how much it costs. Just out of curiosity.
I don't think there's a way to really do it.
Place order.
Yeah, let's just see.
Is it
I'm
real?
curious.
There's no fucking way. Fill out the. It's
100,
100.
but
It just
yeah,
says.
obviously.
Oh, dude, listen. No, this is hilarious.
Bitcoin.
Fill out the below form to submit an order, including your size and any details you'd like to share. An example, color preference. Orders will be hand prepared and shipped in about 2 weeks. Payment is accepted through Venmo, at Wet Pants Denim, PayPal below, or Pisscoin. Get the fuck out of here. Pisscoin, you son of a bitch. And you have a clickable link. Of course we're clicking that. And under absolutely no circumstances do we accept returns.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
This is fucking hilarious. Pisscoin. Let's click on
it.
Let's click on Pisscoin.
It takes you back to their website, Pisscoin. Wet look, dry transaction. You sons of bitches. You have a whole article.
Purchase Pisscoin.
Luke, you're less drunk than me. Read it.
Pisscoin's the world's first cryptocurrency designed for the sole purpose of facilitating the purchase of jeans designed to stimulate the look of authentic urinary incontinence. Is a revolutionary breakthrough in blockchain technology. Pisscoin's value is fixed to the United States dollar at a ratio of 1 Pisscoin to $100 and can be purchased via an inquiry below. The unique 125-digit code used for payment will be 125-digit code. I repeat, used for payment will be housed on the cloud in a secure numbers spreadsheet and maintained by the founder/visionary. To use Pisscoin in a transaction, simply provide your unique identifier in your order form and the coin will be converted to $100. This ease of use and breadth of security measures is truly a breakthrough in blockchain technology.
Breadths. These motherfuckers are purposely throwing in nonsense. They BREADTH, and Luke read it like it was a real word. Not this breath. Not this breath. This breadeth. Son of a bitch. All right, keep going.
This ease of use and breadth of security measures is truly a breakthrough in blockchain technology, the likes of which the world has not seen before. Don't think of this like a gift card. Think of this as a centralized repository of data tied to occurrence. Now I have fucking hiccups thanks to Cody.
That sucks.
Son of a bitch.
So
This
what do you
is-
guys think? You want to
Buy some
Let's
Bitcoin,
let's
bro.
do it. Let's do it, dude.
I'm investing in Piscoin tonight.
what the fuck?
I'm gonna take some debt. I'm gonna get a home loan and actually use the home loan. I'm gonna tell the bank that I'm using it for fucking
Piscoin.
for a house, and then take out a mortgage and get all Piscoin.
I didn't
and
really-
then use the Piscoin and like really play that market for a while, and then I'll return the bank's money and then some. I'll ball out. I'll get a helicopter and show up and give it to them in cash.
Dude,
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
really
how
buy
I'm
a
gonna
house.
get
I
the
bought
system.
Piscoin. I bought a lot of Piscoin. It's going to be very valuable. You guys are going to feel real stupid. Real egg on your face later. Real cum on your face later. Piss.
Now you can get
Real piss on your
on
face
purpose
later.
piss pans.
The
Yeah.
real dummies are all those fucking Bitcoin dudes that sold everything they owned and took their family into the woods until it was valuable, and now it's starting to go down again because that whole fad is starting to die.
Yeah, I think Bitcoin's so strange. Is it gonna? You think it's gonna go anywhere? Think it's gonna go anywhere? They say it's
It already
already
went somewhere. It just doesn't really make sense what it is, and nobody understands it other than you could make some money if you download a trading app and throw a bunch of money at it. And a bunch of people lost a fuckload of money, and no one really gets it. Even the people
Yeah.
that are explaining it to you, you're like, you don't fucking understand it either. You're just saying bigger words than I know, and you're stringing them together more confidently than I can, and you're making money off my stupidity. That's what's happening right now, and no, it's nothing.
Scam. I think it's kind of a scam.
All money's a scam. Here, think about money. Here's what it is. It's a piece of paper with ink on it, and the way that they print the ink on the same exact fucking paper it's worth more, and you can buy houses with it. And what is it backed by? Nothing at all.
Well,
and even
money
if it, hold on, wait.
okay.
Even if it's backed by gold, even if it is backed by something, even in the days that it's backed by gold, what the fuck is gold? Gold is just some rocks in the ground that are shiny. It's nothing. It's literally nothing, and it's backed by it. And that's how we run the whole world. And everybody's like, cryptocurrency doesn't make any sense. I'm like, fucking currency doesn't make any sense. Like, you're selling your time on this planet Earth for fucking money that doesn't mean anything, that isn't backed by anything, that's tangible, that actually could change your life. Like, the whole concept of money in general doesn't make sense.
Well,
let alone
it's like
fucking
this.
cryptocurrency.
It's like this. So if without currency, you're back to the trade option where you trade one thing for another. If something's
Right, I get it. It makes more sense than anything else because
Yeah.
people
It keeps
can
peace.
back it.
because you
and-
can't fucking
keeps
trade.
peace.
Yeah, well,
But if you really think
like
about
if
it,
you
it
have like a
doesn't.
telescope and you're only going to trade it for this, but you are stuck in this situation, so you can't ever get whatever that person wants to trade. For
But
the
really,
telescope.
that's how it should
That's
be
what
because this
currency's
money
for.
thing is a middleman
Yeah.
for you doing that anyways.
Yeah.
Instead of you trading, you fucking sell something for money, which you then purchase other things with. So the trading thing cuts out the middleman that is money. Just go to the person with the shit that you want and be like, I'll sell this for this, or I'll give this service to you for this, and then. But I don't know. We're getting
I'm cool
into
with
a
the way
whole
it is.
different
Yeah.
thing.
I'm cool with the way
Yeah.
it is. You know, if I want to buy something on Amazon, it's pretty fucking quick.
I'll do
I
whatever
don't need to trade
allows
some
me to
fucking
not have
parchments.
to have
Nope.
a job.
Some fabrics to fucking make that shit work. I just fucking give them some pieces of paper.
I get it. I
You
get
know?
it. I get it. Simple, but like if you really start thinking about it, none of it makes sense.
No, it doesn't
Fuck
make sense.
Cryptocurrency, none of it makes
The
sense.
thing that doesn't make sense to me is the 8-hour workday. Why do we have fucking 8 hours? Why is it 8 hours? Some fucking guy in like early fucking 1900s or some shit said that, okay, if we're going to have some sort of purpose in life, we're going to switch things up in 8-hour increments. 8 hours of work, 8 hours with your family, 8 hours of sleep. That's fucking dumb. Why is that a thing now?
I don't know, but it's starting to feel like we're doing 8 hours of podcast.
It's a long podcast.
Is that what's happening right now?
So let's get in the last bit of our show. Let's make you uncomfortable. What's the weirdest porn you've guys seen? What kind of incest porn you watching?
Never seen incest porn.
Shut the fuck
no,
up.
We
Yeah,
had
you have.
No. We had a conversation about this once that we think that they're the worst. Me and my buddy think that they're the worst fucking script ever, and I have never clicked on one because it's
Hold
like,
on, bud.
do you watch
You're
porn-
watching porn for script?
No, what
It's like
I'm
reading
saying,
Playboy
know,
for the
right?
articles.
I'll-
no, that's what I'm saying though. You don't watch it for script, and because of that, I'm not gonna watch it if it says "watch me get railed by my stepdad" or some shit like that.
If you had to
Good
pick
point.
between dating your mom or your dad, who would you pick?
I've never met my dad, so let's go there.
Wow, this is dark.
No,
Let's
it's
go
not,
there, bro.
Patrick. So you go with dad, and like,
Would you rather shower? Wait, you said who haven't you
And
met?
I
Your
I
dad?
understand. I would also go with my dad because I've always wanted to fuck a corpse. So
There you go.
like,
You have, you fuck?
I've always wanted to do that.
No, he just said, "Oh, it's uncomfortable." I was like, "Let me up this uncomfortable ante just a bit."
Here, Trent. Would you rather date your mom or your dad? Knowing you have to
I
fuck
If
him
you
at
had
the
to
end of the
pick,
night.
Trent.
You have to
That's
pick. You
fucked
can't.
up,
You have to
dude.
tell us.
That's
Yeah,
I
it's
know it's
wrong.
fucked up,
It's
but-
fucked up, but which one do you think would make your
Hypothetically-
dick slightly harder? Which one?
Oh my god, that's so weird.
Yeah, I
have
know
to
it's
answer
weird.
it.
It's weird, but
People
which
are
one
listening.
would weirdly like your dick would just move a little bit more for your mom or your dad?
Whose dick?
Well, I mean, I'm straight, so I guess my mom. I don't
Okay.
know. That's fucking weird, but
That is weird. You fucking your mom.
okay.
So fucking weird.
Dude, I'm just fucking with you. All right. Next question I want to ask is, what's the least amount of money you would take to shove a whole stick of butter up your ass?
The least amount of money?
Yeah, like let's say I give you $300 right now. Would you shove an unsalted stick of cold butter up your ass cheeks?
No, dude, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
$300.
No,
400.
no.
You're not
1,000.
typing.
Dude, I'm not
anything.
gonna do that. That's
What are you
So
typing right
strange.
now? It's
Just
gibberish.
Keep the conversation going, and I'm trying to cue the video up. What are you doing?
Trent,
you
what's the
professional?
least, seriously, think about it. What is the least amount of money you would take to shove a whole stick of... And let me tell you this
Are we
as well.
talking about like? Hold on.
A whole stick of cold butter you buy from the store. Like a stick
like
of fucking
like a
butter.
stick of margarine.
Yeah, but it's unsalted.
Let me look.
Uh,
at it.
it's
Let me also-
unsalted.
It also, your body melts. I mean, not your body. The butter, I've had too much to drink. Butter melts at a body temperature. So only the tough part would be just the first square part into the ass sphincter.
So that size.
Yeah. $300.
No, dude, I need more than that.
I do it for $300.
No,
you guys
I
are
need more than
pussies.
I don't know.
$1,000.
It'd probably be a little bit more than 1,000.
Think about this. You have a trip out of the country. You get a week-long trip wherever you want to go for free. You just have to shove this whole stick of butter. up
Yeah,
your
that's
ass.
fine.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
I'd
what
do it.
somebody else would do for $300. I don't know if we've addressed this
Okay,
in the past on the podcast, but here's what this guy did for 300 fucking pounds. It looks
Sorry,
like
guys.
300 euros, whatever it is. So this dude, this video starts off with a shirtless dude. He's got some solid muscles. He looks like a man that could probably like do some hard work and make some good money. Instead, here's what he's doing. He's on a live leak video, and his friend in a sweater is counting out $300, and he does it in front of the camera. He counts it all out, puts it on the table. This dude's holding he's holding it looks like a towel or a shirt, and he's just got boxers on. And he goes to lay down on the ground. He lays down on the ground. He's got just his fucking sweatpants on, no shirt, and then he covers up his face because he's done this before. Because he's been
prepared.
here in the
Thought of
past.
this.
He's like, oh no, I don't want it to get in my eyes. I want to bury the lead. Let's
He's like,
keep
I have
going."
thought about this before.
And his friend hovers over him, pulls down his boxers, and he gets in prime shitting position above this man's chest. Dude's got the fucking the entire shirt or whatever it is, the towel over his face, and the dude just goes for it.
Oh shit, dude.
That's a long old log of poo. Luke, you didn't get to see it. Let's go back. Wait for it. There we go. $300. What do you guys think? Would you guys go for a $300 log on your chest?
I don't know if I'd let someone shit on me, to be honest.
Can you send me that? That's
I'll
hilarious.
send it to you. I had Trent's face was fucking hilarious that whole time. It was just like this has devolved into madness at this point.
So how much would I take to have somebody do that to me?
Shit on
Yeah,
him.
Trash
this
can?
dude took 300 pounds. Like if I had, and I'm
How much
talking,
is 300 pounds in?
It's like $300, right?
it's close to $300, maybe a
No,
little
dude,
more,
I need
maybe a
more
little
than
bit
that.
less, depending on the market.
500.
But
No.
it's,
For
it's
me to
around,
shit on your chest.
It's
No,
around the
more
same
than
amount of money. But if somebody had money in the room right now, you're behind on your mortgage a little bit. Your credit card's kind of getting out of control. You don't know what you're doing. Like you're like, oh fuck, I'm making the minimum, but it just keeps racking
Make
up.
a call in.
Just keep racking up interest. Like, oh fuck, dude, I'm sweating over here. I can't even afford to pay Rumpke anymore for the trash delivery services. The lights are flickering in and out. I'm calling Duke. I'm fucking offering to suck their dick, and like they're getting tired of my tonsils. They're getting sick and tired of my tonsils. Fuck, dude, what am I gonna do? And I'm over here like, hey, bro, I got 300
Smackaroos.
euros right now. I don't know what that translates to in American dollars, but I know it's around $300. Are you gonna let me poo on your chest?
If that's a scenario, like I'm behind on my bills and shit, and I got a bunch of debt, and like I can barely pay my shit, then yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna. do that.
$300.
Yeah.
Selling it for
But
Cody.
Fuck
right
no.
now,
Just so you know, this man has
Fuck
a portal to hell
no.
in
Thank you,
his
sir.
asshole.
I'm gonna.
Fuck No, dude.
Thank you, because
No
I'm
matter
with
how
him.
desperate you
You're
are.
not
I
shitting
don't
on my
care
chest.
if
It's
I'm
not
gonna
happening.
get killed by people that
I
I owe a
appreciate
lot
his
of money
honesty,
to.
though.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
not
if I'm
letting someone
that
take a shit
desperate
on
and
me,
like,
dude.
you know, I'm like to the point where I'm almost gonna be homeless, I can't pay my electric bill, then yeah, I get it.
I appreciate your honesty, but I'd rather be homeless. I'm with you
Yeah.
on this one, Timmy.
Thank you.
I'm
Hold on,
fucking-
let's say it's like
Out on
$10,000. You still wouldn't let someone take a hot dump on your
I would.
chest?
Yeah, $10,000. Yeah, that's the right price. Yep, sure could.
I could do less than that.
Yeah,
Wow,
I might do
I bet I could do
five.
it for 1,000.
I might do 5,000. All right. He said 300 already. You can't change your number.
I could
All
do
right,
1,000.
$300.
Yeah,
is your
but
number.
with the scenario,
For a
like if you
liquidy
say it
poo on
right
your
now,
Right now, what's the least amount of money you would take?
to have that.
He's
for
like,
someone
well,
that-
actually, I am a little behind on the car payment, and the insurance is about
I
to
do
lapse.
happen to have to shit.
What kind of shit? I mean, what's he been eating?
No one knows.
Who
Nobody
knows?
knows.
It's just the shit on your chest. You get no fucking, like, it could be me shitting on your chest or Luke
Which
with
would
his
be
Well,
bad.
let's be real. If you were gonna say
nuclear
yes
waste
to this
facility
situation, yes
or
or
a
no,
rabbit shitting.
hold the fuck on. If you were gonna shit, if you were gonna take the situation, yes or no, you were never gonna know what was gonna come out of his ass in the first place. So
Okay.
it's just a yes or no situation. It doesn't matter what was gonna come out of
Exactly.
it. Are you going to let him take a shit on you for money or not?
I like that.
And how much?
It's a good way to describe it.
Come on, guys.
I
You're
said
not
no.
showing.
No, I'm not doing that.
We'll
Not
end
even
on
for
this.
$1 million fucking dollars.
Take it. I don't want it, bro.
I do.
$1 million,
No, I want-
and you wouldn't take that?
dude.
$5,000, I'd be like, okay, dude, I'll get
Yeah,
a towel,
dude, yeah.
I can picture him doing this.
shower it off. It's
You wouldn't
cool.
take $1 million, Timmy?
No, dude, I
Fuck,
wouldn't.
dude.
They don't have to film it.
$1 billion?
No one's gonna know except for you and that
No,
dude.
dude, I'm not gonna do it.
You're a fucking liar.
No, it's not the money. I
$1
just
billion.
don't- I just can't, dude.
This dude has a secret shit fetish that he's not telling anyone about. And he's just like, no, dude. He's
As
like
he-
the
it goes
preachers
on.
to tell you that being gay is wrong. Nah, dude, I hate sucking cocks. I'm all about the pussy. Yeah, pussy. Woo! Meanwhile, at truck stops, just getting shit
Dude,
taken
I don't.
on his
Dude,
face.
the thing is like, you guys are all talking about that, and I'm just thinking like, of the video in my head.
What, the video of this
The one
no,
that we
he's
just
saying no
watched.
video. This man loves shit porn. I know that he does. I'm
I've
sorry.
never watched shit porn, bro.
Like King Ass
Never
Ripper.
once,
Watched a
dude.
lot of
You want to
porn,
see it
never
live?
watched-
in
No,
the
I
box?
don't. Nope.
Have you ever
Don't.
seen Two Girls, One Cup?
No, haven't.
Neither
Swear
have
to
I.
God. Swear to God, I've never
believe
seen
you.
that, bro.
I've never seen it either, dude. I've been actually, like, it seems like nightmare fuel.
We're over,
Cody, pull it up.
we're over 2
kidding.
hours. I
Yeah,
want
we're
to
not
pull it
gonna-
up, but we're getting close to the end. Is there anything else that you guys want to plug real quick? Just say your
Party
say
with
your
Timmy?
Twitch channel again. How do
Oh,
we
you
get
want
there?
me?
Let's one last story in real quick. Let's
Okay,
hear this
let's
party
do it.
with Timmy.
What's the party with Timmy?
Okay, so
I did a lot of that.
one of the first times I ever partied with Timmy, we were
Shaved
at
a
this-
cucumber. It fits better that way.
Oh, fuck. I'm tired. What the fuck was the name of the place we always partied at?
Doesn't matter. Go
No,
on.
it doesn't matter. Go.
Okay, well, anyway, so we were there, and he just walks up and kissed me on the mouth. Kissed me on the mouth.
Timmy?
Swear to God.
I've kissed
It's
so
a-
many
it's a
dudes
real
on the
story.
mouth. That's
Hey.
not even a story for me.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I made out with this.
Dude,
guy.
I've made out with that on camera before.
Nothing weird. All right.
It's
weird.
the
not
only
even
guy I've
drunk.
ever kissed. He's the only guy I've ever
I've
kissed.
I used
kissed,
to
like-
be in a weird
We've
ass
kissed
pop
multiple
band.
times.
I've kissed
No
more
homo.
as many
Yeah, no
dudes as
homo.
I've kissed women. It's not.
Are you
weird.
fucking outing yourself on this episode?
I'm not. But if I was into like
I've
that stuff,
kissed
I
so
would-
many dudes sober. I've had the hardest dick. Like, yeah, what up? Like, I don't care, dude. I fucking
No, if I was about it, I'd be completely open and honest about it. You think that the dude that comes on here and tells you about work jacks at the hotel is not going to tell you he likes a little cock in his free time? I'm going to tell you. I'm not, dudes aren't my thing. But yeah, I've made out with a bunch of dudes. Not that weird.
There's so many, like...
Did you guys smoke crystal meth first? Tell me the real story. Come on now.
Nope.
Because I haven't done
so
that.
Timmy came up
yet.
to you and made out with you.
Yeah, he just randomly walked up, grabbed my face, and kissed me on the mouth. There wasn't like tongue or anything, but
You know why?
Zach,
Because
do you
I was
remember
like,
that?
watch, I'm going to go make him really fucking uncomfortable. Watch
Yeah.
this.
By kissing him.
Yeah.
This will make him watch, guys. It's like that
Yeah.
South Park episode where, like, fucking what Cartman was shoving his dick in Butters' mouth, like, oh, Butters is gay. What?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man.
And then
Dude,
he
I
had
got these- I got these pictures of Butter sucking my cock, man. He's so gay, dude.
Yeah, he's gay.
he
I'm not
also
gay.
has an alter ego called Shimmy.
Yeah,
What's
that's what they
Or
used to
me
call
sucking
me.
butterscotch. That's what it was.
When I would just
Sorry.
get really drunk and start dancing, they called me Chimmy.
I can
He was
picture that.
crazy, dude. He
Crazy.
was an animal.
Sounds like you're an animal.
Nah, I don't think so. I just like to have fun, bro.
Right on. All right.
Anyways,
we got to wrap this
That
up.
was funny. I'm glad we ended on that note. Let's support our sponsor, Kneel to No One. Fuck yeah.
Completely forgot to talk about him. Mansfield, that wasn't intentional. I'm really sorry. I hope
Didn't
that
have
you
to add
listened
that
till
at
the end.
all.
Yeah, what the fuck are you saying?
Fucking idiot. Anyways,
Kneel
to
to
no
one. Check out the glassware, the art. Check out the shirts, the koozies. Cody's a fucking idiot. All right. We love you.
KNEELTONONE.com.
Check that shit out.
Check out the Bastard Network. All shows on there.
Yeah, seriously. Check out all that shit.
Check
Also,
out Black Collar TV. They got some sweet stickers and vinyl pins, and they look fantastic.
If you guys want a place where you can regularly see dudes take $300 to get shits taken on their chest, follow the Bastard Sermon podcast group on Facebook.
Also, anyways, I just want to make sure you guys, hey, Timmy B. Duh on Twitch, check that shit out. You like gaming, you like comedy, you want to have some good fucking times, you want to talk to this dude, let's fucking play with this guy. Get on that shit, follow, subscribe, like that shit. Trent, he likes letting Timmy kiss him from time to time. I don't know if he wants anybody to follow him on anything.
I don't care. Yeah.
Where do you want people to follow you?
It's Trent, and the last name is Quirk. It's QUIRK. And
you
you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. That's Trent Quirk. That's
What was your old bands?
This time around?
And yours?
I played in a band called Remember When.
Check that shit out. You want to get some nostalgic vibes. All right, till next week, motherfuckers. Brad Hester, hopefully, and Marlene Mendoza.